Brand new dance. They call the Cooper's Shuffle. Brand new dance.
Gotta find my Carl. But no, it's not Carl. It's Sean. It's Sean.
You're listening. Hey.
It's probably got somebody. Nobody got them but here. All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's see what the volume's like on this.
Which one are you plugged into?
Good? All right.
Are we live? We're live? Yeah. We're live.
We're live.
You're listening to the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Town Newton. Alongside me is Matt McJunkins. Matt, last regular season game of the year. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Tal, and it's good to be here tonight in Vilonia. Game 10 or week 10, last regular season game of the year in good old Vilonia, Arkansas. Huge rival, the Judges Cup. I believe they even call it the First Service Cup now. Big-time rivalry, real close wins and losses for both teams as far as over the last 100 years. This year's a perfect matchup for a final game.
Oh, goodness.
You got the 5-3 Vilonia Eagles, the 5-4 Greenbrier Panthers. I mean, this is for the third seed. The winner's the third seed in the 5A West. The loser's the 4 seed, and that's how it's going to end up. And that's a big deal when it comes to playoff seeding.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you think about the difference between a 1 seed and a 2 seed, and there's a big difference there. I mean, same thing with the 2 to 3, the 3 to 4. I mean, all the way trickles down. There can be a huge gap between those two, but there's not a gap here.
Well, and you know, traditionally you'll have 2 conferences for the playoffs, and you'll have you'll start out week 1, your 1 will play your 4, your 2 will play your 3, and then from there you'll go to the next week and the winner play the winner. But it's a little different this year, you know. So with everybody being in the playoffs, 1 and 2, they're kind of out. I think they might get a bye. I'm not real sure how everything's scheduled out, but I do know with 3 and 4, where we're looking at playing a 5, a 6, a 7, and you're talking the difference between playing a 3 seed playing a BB and a 4 seed playing a Maumelle or a Magnolia or Camden Fairview. Somebody that it's not a walk in the park.
You don't want to be matched up with a team like that.
Not
in the
in week
first round
1.
Of the playoffs.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Absolutely. You know, it'll be a tough battle for the Greenbrier Panthers. And you know, I was going back and I was looking at Greenbrier's season versus Vilonia's season, and man, I feel like they're kind of in that same boat as we are, and they had so many games that were so close this season that seemed to come down just to that last fourth quarter. And I had a kid from Morrilton ask me today, he's like, hey, what are you thinking? And I was like, man, I think it might be one of those games whoever has the ball last.
Right. Well, you know, my confidence in this game, it changes from week to week. So early in the season, I'm like, you know, we jump out big. We score 40 points in the first half against BB. You know, I think maybe Vilonia played Greene County Tech or somebody, pretty tough team that week. And then we're walking along, and then you know we play Morrilton. We don't show up. We kind of get beat pretty good, you know. And then all off and on throughout the season, watching Vilonia and us, it's like one week I'm like, man, we're going to dominate this game. Then the next week I'm like, ooh, it's going to be a tough one. And this last week is one that I said it's going to be a tough one because hey, they went over to Morrilton. Was it at Morrilton or Vilonia?
It was in Vilonia, I believe.
It was here, yeah. So they were home. They had Morrilton come in, a good Morrilton team who I have as the number 5 seed in the state. And you know they come over here and just Vilonia gives them all they want, leading by a couple scores late in the game, and they do everything they can just to get out of Vilonia with a win.
Yeah.
So, you know, after seeing what Vilonia did what Morrilton did to us, you know, we're going to have to come to play tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really tough game. And, you know, with that, I think let's go ahead and hit a break. And we're going to come back with one of your favorite things, the Old Bart's pregame show.
That's right. I got a special guest for us here when we get back.
Stay tuned.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through. The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake. And we're back here on the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. I am Matt McJunkins. Glad you're with us tonight. Hopefully you were able to get a little bit of the national anthem right there by a great job by the Vilonia Eagle Band. I have a special guest here with us tonight in the pregame. 51 weeks of the year, he's a good friend of mine. But this week, I don't know. I got Chad Roller from a long-time Vilonia Eagle.
Long time. Born and raised here.
Yeah. So Chad and his wife Lacey are salt of the earth, just as good as gold people as you'll ever meet. But this week every year, they're scoundrels. They're Vilonia Eagles. They're sorry, just bad as can be.
Hey, listen.
I'm just kidding, Chad.
Hey, and if anything can get your blood flowing, this is the night to do it. I mean,
I know it.
How long have we been graduated and still be able to come back? And we couldn't have dialed up some better weather and just a great night for some football.
Well, what's always gets me too is and I'm not from here. We were in Mineral Springs. We were rivals with Murfreesboro, and just the same with this game here. You can throw stats, you can throw records, all that out the window.
Absolutely.
Because when these two teams play together, it's going to be a battle.
Absolutely. If you can't get hyped for this game, you need to find a different sport or something else to do. But hey, listen, Matt, I want to commend you guys on the great job that you guys have done with this broadcast, and I know that it's special to Faulkner County and especially Greenbrier and being able to broadcast this. We've tried to do the same thing with the Vilonia games, and it's really been great to be able to go back and think about even going back for your games. How about being able to go back and watch those games? I think mine might be on VHS
right.
like that or something.
I could watch mine if I could find something that could play them.
Exactly.
But no, you're right. And I appreciate those kind words about what we're doing here. And I have to say, we've seen a lot of what you guys have done over there with the Eagle Vision, and that has helped us tremendously. You've given us ideas. We're not supposed to admit that because we're rivals. But hey, no, we've really gained from what you guys do over there, and you guys do a great job.
Yeah, well, it definitely has been a long-time rivalry. We were doing some numbers, before we got to talk, and going back to 1967, it looks like Greenbrier, outside of, I believe, year 70, 80, and 81, we don't have the winners there. So if anybody can help us out with the 70, 80, and 81 game, but it looks like the series is about 26-24 with Greenbrier with the lead.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Somewhere around there.
Because,
somewhere there.
Those three games could change the whole deal.
That's right.
Hey, Steve Carden, if you're listening to this, you're a Greenbrier guy, you could figure this out. 70, 80, and 81. Anybody else that can get it, text me. Get in touch with us, let us know, and I'll let Chad know as well, so we can let everybody know what the true, I guess, the deciding total and who's ahead right now. Like I told you, when we were talking a while ago, it'd be cool if it really was a one-game separation.
Yeah, especially in this game, is because it's so close. It means a lot. Both coming in 5-3, 5-4, 3-2 in conference. This means a lot for next week, and so I think it's very important. Not only just having the one game you want to win all year. I heard Matt talk about this week on the podcast about, his dad always told him, if you're going to win one game, son, you better win this one.
Vilonia.
And, those you can tell those roots run deep.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, we're glad you came up here for a little bit. We're behind, so we're trying to get caught up. We got to run through our pregame stuff, get with our sponsor stuff. But, man, appreciate you coming, Chad. And I know we're gigging each other a little bit about the rivalry, but I really appreciate all that you do. I know the people of Vilonia do too, and I appreciate you being my friend.
Hey, thank you, sir.
You bet. We'll see you later. Good luck. All right, we're going to get Talon back on here and go through our typical Old Bart's Southern Eats pregame show. Yeah, Talon, welcome back.
It's good to be back, helping Sean set some stuff up. It's I'm glad that I know this because since JB skipped out on us, I know he'll love those kind words. No, JB will be here later. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. How about it?
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to add, too, we were just talking about Chad and that Eagle Vision over there, their broadcast. Chad's they do a lot of work with his brother, Charlie Roller's Scholarship Fund, and that's something they have a big golf tournament event every year. They do a lot of great work with that, raising money, and that has been a big asset for the Eagle Vision network of getting equipment that they need. So I've known he's done a lot of work over the years with that, and I appreciate that. Getting in this week, Greenbrier and Vilonia. Both teams are close. Greenbrier 5-4, Vilonia 5-3. We mentioned winner of this game will be the third seed, and the conference loser will be the fourth. Greenbrier's we're putting up 379 yards of offense every week, or at least on the average, and those are big numbers. Last week, Trey Havens ran the ball for 212 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cooper Wilcox ran the ball for a touchdown. I think he had 90 yards on 8 carries. And then, that's not even mentioning what Nick Hewitt did. He comes in, he's a hard runner. He's just like seeing Trey out there. Vilonia's averaging 24 points a game on offense. They're giving up 24.5 on defense. They had a great quarterback who's returning all-conference quarterback in Austin Myers, who has suffered an injury. I believe it's a thumb. I saw him out there tonight during pregame. Looked like he was wrapped up pretty good. I hate that for a guy that's been so successful. Hope that's not a long-term deal. So since that happened a couple weeks ago, they do a couple things. They'll bring in Cannon Bartlett to run the quarterback position for their Wildcat, and then they'll bring in sophomore Wesley McKissick. He'll throw the ball a little bit. So, I don't know. We don't really know what to expect tonight, how they're going to game plan Greenbrier with our defense. But I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to do a little of both.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I was watching that Vilonia and Morrilton game, that first game that Myers, I believe was his name, was out. And they ran a bunch of different sets. They ran a lot of running plays. I think our defense is pretty good, though.
Yeah, we've done really well with the run this year. Clarksville's one of those teams that tries to line up and run over you. We thought that's what we were going to see with Alma last week.
Yeah.
And they had that 6'7" backup quarterback come out and throw the ball a little bit. And, hey, he was impressive.
They got Ryan Mount to put some pads on and play some football.
Right. So we're looking at our schedule here. This is the last game of the regular season. This is for the third seed. Big playoff implications with this game. I like our chances, but I guarantee you the people in that booth over there are saying the same thing. They like theirs.
And you look at the conference seeding, it's pretty tight. Harrison is right there at the top. They're 5-0, and then Morrilton's next one down. Those were two games. I don't feel like we played very good against Morrilton. I think they beat us fair and square. But, I think that Harrison was a game that we could have won.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we should have left that game with a victory. But, we didn't. They still are undefeated in conference. Morrilton, I expected Morrilton to come to Vilonia last week and handle them because they handled us. And it seems like we've kind of been pretty even. But that wasn't the case. So
we're going to go ahead and hit our weather report. And, we talked about it on the way up here, Matt. And I made sure that I put it down there. But the temperature brought to us by Ricochet Outdoors is 57%. There's not a chance of rain in the sky tonight. And it's clear football weather.
Hey, man, this is great football weather. It's also great deer hunting weather. Tomorrow is the opening day for a youth season, and a lot of people are going to be out in the woods in the morning. It looks like it's going to be a great day for it. But right now we're playing football, and it's the perfect night for it.
Yeah, so thank you to Ricochet Outdoors for providing our weather report. Again, that is Ricochet Outdoors. And speaking of hunting season, get over there and get all of your hunting needs.
Oh, yeah, we'll take care of you over there. We'll do the keys of the game real quick before we do jump over here to the Bleacher Bling coin toss. But the Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon keys of the game, it's pretty simple this week. We got to be big on defense. They're going to throw a lot of things at us. They may try to run it with that Wildcat type system, or they may try to throw it on us. Whatever they do, we've got to be big on defense if we're going to have a chance to win this football game. We've had a great year defensively. Last week looked like we were maybe a little off. I think Dawson Spencer was out last week. That probably hurt us. Number two, we've got to win the turnover battle. This is something that's been big for us all year long. When we don't turn the ball over, we usually win the football game. And then number three, we've got to be balanced on offense. We're known this year to be a great running team, but we've also got a really good quarterback in Cooper Wilcox, and we've got a great set of receivers. We've got to get the ball to these guys and balance this offense out a little bit. All right, so we're going to go to the Bleacher Bling coin toss. It feels like I'm running 100 miles an hour because we're a little behind.
Yeah, I know.
Tonight,
we are a little behind, and, that's all right. Bleacher Bling, they're providing our coin toss for tonight as all of the seniors for Vilonia get to line up and be captains tonight. That's a pretty neat thing. But, Bleacher Bling provided us with 2 masks earlier this season that had our GPSN logo on them with the Greenbrier Panther, and it was really neat. Huge thank you to them.
Yeah, you used those for the volleyball, didn't you?
State volleyball tournament. That's exactly right. So,
all right, looks like Vilonia won the coin toss. They're going to defer to the second half. So it looks like we're going to be back deep to catch the kickoff and try to get the offense rolling here.
They shook hands at the middle of the field, which I am A-okay with, but everyone else.
There'll be some chippiness tonight with these two teams. You know, and what's funny is these guys, and Matt and I were talking on the podcast this week. You know, he grew up in Greenbrier, so it's the rivalry's real with him. But what he's finding special is that for however many years, he's coached kids. He's coached against these kids. These kids have played each other. And, you know, he says it's just real special to watch them play on this level now after seeing them growing up playing with each other. And I agree, it is.
You know, it is. Yeah, I totally agree. You know, I grew up in Greenbrier my whole life. The Vilonia Eagles were the most hated high school in all of America over in Greenbrier. And it is special. You know, you grow up with some of these guys, and I even have friends today that graduated from Vilonia that I still keep in contact with.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, because I talk about me, you know, growing up, Murfreesboro was our rival, and so I still have that, you know, hate the Rattlers. But, you know, my kids, Vilonia's their rivalry, you know. So, you know, when you see Clint running around here, I mean, he's thinking, we got to get an Eagle, you know. It's good stuff,
we
man.
eat Eagle meat, as
That's
our
right.
cheerleaders like to say.
Man, I you know, it's such a fun night here tonight. In the season like this, both teams are fired up. Both of them are coming out. You know, it's just different when you got two teams who both feel confident that they're going to win the game.
Well, and it also means a lot more, too, the fact that this game means a lot to both of these teams. This game, means the same thing to both of these teams.
Yeah,
Each of these teams are fighting for the same goal right now.
Right.
And that's to get that third seed rather than have to be a 4 seed and get maybe a lesser opponent of a matchup.
And I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but I think the way it looks, if we understand things correctly, both of these teams should be home their first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. And, you know, Vilonia suffered that tough loss in the first round of the playoffs last season, a 1-point loss to, I believe it was Wynn, just by 1 point. So I know that the Vilonia Eagles, they're itching. They are really itching to get back and get an opportunity to redeem themselves because they had something really special going last season.
Yeah, they had a good football team. And, hey, and this bunch over here in blue, they're feeling a little revengeful after they got beat by Vilonia last year.
That's exactly right. His opening kickoff is a high flyer. It's going to land on the 2-yard line. Greenbrier is going to take it out. It's Carter McElhaney. He's trying to dodge a couple guys. His speed is going to get him to about the 26-yard line as Greenbrier will now set up for 1st and 10.
Good start there by the Panthers. You know, Carter, I've talked about him all year long. He's just so fun to watch when he gets the ball because he's so fast. And he's quick, he's fast, and he gets out in space, and it's exciting.
It really is something special. I mean, a lot of these receivers that we have are so quick. So none other than Cooper Wilcox is going to be the Panthers quarterback here on 1st down. He'll hand it off to Trey Havens. Nothing new there. Trey's going to push forward and pick up about 5 and maybe even get a couple extra after a good push.
Yeah, great run there by Trey. Good job by the line to get a little push up front, give him a little space. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's going to get maybe 6 out of there. This one Vilonia player's got these yellow shoes. Every time I've seen him, I think there's a flag on the ground. And so I keep thinking, oh, no, what's the flag? He just got those yellow shoes.
It looks like his arm is all wrapped up, too.
Yeah.
He's got
a club.
Yeah, club there. That's cool. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. It's another handoff to Trey Havens. This side to the right side. He's going to bust through and pick up about 10 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10. The Panthers get to move the chains.
Yeah, great job. Another good job by Trey to pick up, big yardage there, move the chain. That's one thing this Greenbrier team has got to do that we've struggled with at times is keeping the momentum going in a drive, keep it away from those first down penalties. Just keep the chains moving.
It's going to be a quick pass out to the left side here. It's Thatcher Strack. He's going to get swallowed up and chewed. He's going to lose probably 4 yards there, maybe 3.
So we got a little setback right there on 1st down. We were just talking about that 1st down play. It's so important to get something out of 1st down. But we'll see what we can do here on 2nd and see if Cooper can't work something up right here and get us at least part of it back.
Greenbrier's going to go to the pistol with a sniffer. They'll hand it off this time to Trey Havens. He's going to bunch it out to the right side and get just past the originally where they started.
Yeah.
It'll bring up
he's
third
pick
and
up
about 8.
5 right there, but it gets you third and manageable, and it also puts you to where you can pick up 4 or 5 yards and be on their side of the field.
And so this is the balanced offense we talked about in the beginning of the game, where you got to be able to throw the football and you got to be able to throw it effectively.
That's right. That's right. I'd like to see us throw something downfield and stay away from these sideline top.
It looks like Vilonia is going to play a little shallow. Cooper Wilcox looking for somewhere to go. He throws it over the middle of Thatcher Strack. Thatcher's got it in his hands, but he drops it. Just an unfortunate play there for the Panthers. But, if you're going to look at that play, you're going to have a little bit of frustration. But can we talk about the time that Cooper Wilcox got back to throw the football?
He had a lot
of course,
of time
there were
right
only
there.
3 rushing,
And
but
Cooper did a good job of being patient. He didn't get nervous and throw it away or take a sack. He took some time. He found his guy open and got it to him. We just couldn't pull it in.
4th and 9. Greenbrier's going to punt. It's a fumble. It was muffed down on the 15. They're going to fall on top of it, and Vilonia's going to set up now 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
All right, defense. It's your turn.
That negative play on 1st down really killed any of the momentum that Greenbrier had built early, and they give the ball up to Vilonia. Vilonia is going to show the empty set to start the game here on their 1st down play. It's going to be a quick throw out to the right side. Greenbrier is going to be there after a much larger pickup than I originally thought it was.
Yeah, something I hope we do this week that we've not done a lot this year is we play closer to the line of scrimmage. Our defensive backs, our corners, don't give those guys
7 yards.
7 yards. Yeah, that's right.
Another empty set, same play. Opposite side of the field. This time Greenbrier's there. It's going to be now 3rd down after a no pickup.
I tell you what, right now, this might be a little gamble, but I'd bring the house right here. I'd bring everybody we got.
Vilonia likes the empty
this sophomore
set.
Quarterback, I'd make him nervous as possible, as much as possible trying to throw the ball.
They'll bring a man in motion. They'll fake the handoff and keep it with the quarterback. He's going to go up the gut. It looks like he has more than enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, they're going to move the chain right there. Good job by the defense, not to give up a lot there, but they do move the chain.
1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Vilonia likes the empty set. I guess they see something in the Greenbrier defense. Empty set for Vilonia. They get the play off. They're going to throw it quick over here to the right side. Shannon Howard decided he's going to be there this time after what it looks to be like a 2-yard pickup for Vilonia.
Good job by Shannon. It's pretty clear they're going to try to pick, nickel and dime us here, maybe try to lull us to sleep, to maybe try to find something downfield. But, this quarterback, and I believe, I'm not sure which one. We don't have a roster.
We do not have a roster.
I'm not sure which one that is. I don't know if that's
it's going to be a motion and another quarterback but he's going to be brought down to the backfield by, I believe, Brandon Beck.
Got a boy, Brandon Beck. That was a huge play right there on 2nd down. You're talking now putting them back at the original line of scrimmage for a 3rd and 10. Need a big stop right here to get the ball back for the Panthers.
3rd and 10 now for the Panthers. Vilonia will try and figure it out. They've gone empty set on every single play. We'll see if they stick with it. They will. Quarterback, the lone man. He's going to drop back. He's going to try and take off and run with it. Greenbrier's going to be there. Fumble. Greenbrier recovers quick. Nick Hewitt picks it up. Greenbrier's ball. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Great job by the defense right there. It looked like, for a second I thought, I think we got him. We're going to hold him. We're going to have to punt. And then all of a sudden the ball comes out. And Nick Hewitt, of course, who else, right? Nick Hewitt, the man-child, he jumps on it, and we got the ball on their side of the field.
Nick, the man-child,
opportunity to score right here. By the way, Nick Hewitt's, his beard game is on point.
Dude, I wish I could grow a beard like Nick Hewitt could grow a beard.
He's 16, 17 years old, and he's got a grown man beard.
I'm almost 20, and I still can't get past the peach fuzz.
Now, you will one day, Talon. You keep trying.
They're going to motion Trey to the right and then run it
horse
to the left.
Horse collar. We're going to get that right there, buddy. Oh, yeah, that was big. It was obvious. That's a 15-yarder.
Easy horse collar there on Vilonia. That's an unfortunate mistake for Vilonia. I mean, some of those horse collars end up being accidents. Some of them are, they're not.
Oh yeah,
they're seldom
most
on
of the time
purpose.
it's not a vicious deal. You're out there. You're just trying to get a guy down.
Yeah, but it can hurt you whenever you
can.
get 15 yards to a team. Whenever you thought you brought them down for a loss of 2.
Yeah. Roy Williams, who played for Oklahoma and then played for the Cowboys as a safety, he's actually gotten to be a fairly good friend of mine. He's one of my customers for our putters, but he is the reason in the NFL that they made that rule. He broke Terrell Owens' leg.
Oh, wow. So it's a handoff up the gut again. Trey Havens is going to bring 3 guys with him this time. He'll only pick up probably 4 yards.
Hey, that's a good first down run. If this team can run the ball effectively, we're going to have a good time tonight.
If any night that Greenbrier can run the ball effectively, we've seen that it's proven to be a typically good night, on the exception of the Harrison game.
And even that night, we played exceptionally well.
This time it's going to be a handoff to the left side. Trey Havens is going to stand a man up.
Yeah, he kind of trucked him a little bit there. Picked up pretty close to first down. It's going to be close.
No signal yet if it's a first down. Third down. It'll be third and about inches for the Panthers. We'll have a loud crowd in Vilonia, Arkansas on this play as Greenbrier gets ready. It's a good snap and a good handoff. Trey Havens has plenty of room. He hits the end zone. Touchdown, Greenbrier. 5 minutes, 33 seconds left on the clock, and Greenbrier puts one in for 6.
Touchdown, Trey Havens. Hey, I tell you what, Trey's ran the ball very effectively tonight, but I got to give some props to the O-line right there, because let me tell you, he had a seam right there that you could get through easily. Of course, he got the second level, and he made a cut and got in the end zone, but great job right by the offense right there.
Something that's really exciting that we've seen, and as Cox comes on to kick, it's a good snap, it's a good hold. Cox puts it through. Cody Powell, is happy about that one.
Oh, yeah, and I think what you're seeing now with Trey is he's getting comfortable.
Yeah, that comfort. You can tell, you tell that.
A guy can go and practice and kick field goals all day long, put him in the game for the first time, and he's a little nervous. Well, now you're seeing him get a little experience in there, and those kicks are looking really good.
Put him in a crowd of a few hundred people, and you get a little bit more nervous, I would think.
Oh, yeah. What we've seen this year, when Trey Havens gets 200 yards rushing and Nick Hewitt gets 100, this team is hard to beat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you throw in Cooper on top of that. He gets 60, 80, 90, and then throws for 100, a couple hundred. That we just got so many options.
Talk about 60, 80, 90. I feel like that's the miles per hour that Cooper Wilcox runs whenever he gets into the open field. It's like no one can stop Cooper once he breaks into the open field. He's just so fast.
And Talon, we talked about pregame. One of my keys of the game was to win the turnover battle. Well, there's another facet of that, and that is points off of turnovers. And if you score when you get a turnover, that is just such a game changer.
Cox comes out to kick for our Greenbrier Panthers. He'll boot it downfield. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, but Vilonia's going to play it. And they get out to it. Looks like the 30-yard line.
He almost out of bounds. He was almost out of bounds when he caught that. I wondered why he – I would have thought it was going to go out of bounds if he'd let it go. But, hey, I'm glad he did. That gave us 5 extra yards on the recovery – or not recovery, but the defending there. So our defense is back up here, Talon. We need another stop right here. We don't need to take we got to keep the foot on the gas pedal all first half. All game, really.
Vilonia's going to call a motion. They're going to hand it off. Greenbrier's going to be there to stuff him, but he's still going to pick up a solid 5 yards. And, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the quarterback pulls his man in motion from the right, and his man is pointing to the left side. No, pull from the other side.
They do. It seems they do a pretty good job with their receivers getting a little blocking on the outside, which gives them an opportunity when just like there wasn't a whole lot there. He's still able to pick up 5 or 6.
This time they'll bring a motion to the right side. Quarterback keep. Hayden Simpson decides he's going to be there. He's going to be big, not letting the quarterback get away as he'll get a sack, and Vilonia will lose a yard on second down.
And that's, you know what that is, Talon. That's good fundamental football. When you are playing a scheme and you've got to match hat for hat, you've got to play that read right there. He's reading that to see if we're going to bite or not. He kept the ball right there, and we had a guy there being patient, waiting on him.
So for the first time, they'll put a running back in the backfield and run it up to the left side, but it looks like they're still going to be short. It's going to bring up 4th and about 3 now for Vilonia.
Yeah, it's 4th and 3, 4th and 2, 4th and 3, and, you know, barring any kind of fake punt here, we're going to get the ball back.
Carter McElhaney is back deep for the Panthers to return. It's a high snap. Ball. It's going to be a high-flying punt. Peter. It bounces off the head of one of the Vilonia players. You don't see that much.
It couldn't have hit him any more square on top of the helmet. That's as good as a fair catch.
Greenbrier will now set up at the 34-yard line. Good starting field position as they get a 1st and 10 and a new set of downs.
You know, Talon, we talked a lot on the pregame about our network and their network. I would bet you, this is a guess, but I would bet you we hit a record tonight on viewership.
You think we will hit a record tonight?
You know, we only got 200 tickets, so we don't have a ton of people that can come to the game. A lot, you know, it's going to be mostly parents. Well, so there's a lot of students and fans that aren't going to get to be here tonight. And they're going to be tuning in.
You know what you do is you tell everyone that's listening right now needs to go tell someone to tune into the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network so we can have more people than Vilonia does. As a motion moves to the right, Cooper Wilcox keeps it, rolls out to his right. He throws it to Shannon Howard, who's got the reception and a couple of yards. It's going to be a 9-yard pickup for the Panthers.
Great job, great fake there by Coop. Way to roll out. Good job by the offensive line, giving him some time. I love it when he runs a bootleg. I do. I think that's where he's best. And way to find Collins out there. Not Collins, but Howard out there for a 8 or 9-year-old game. There.
Shannon Howard, not one that plays a lot of offense,
no, we don't
so
see
it's
much.
good to see him out there on the offensive side. Vilonia's got a lot of movement going on before the play. Greenbrier is still disciplined. Trey Havens is going to take the snap. He's going to bust it out to the left side, the near side. He won't get much. It's going to be now 3rd and about 4 for our Panthers.
Yeah, that one just didn't ever quite develop, you know. He kept trying to find that hole, that open space, and they had some guys on the ground. Just couldn't find a place to get open space to get upfield.
Vilonia's defense has a lot of ADHD pre-play. They have a lot of movement going on from their linebackers. They're showing a blitz, backing up. They're going to go show a blitz, backing up. And
yeah, they call that stimming.
That could really throw off a quarterback with all that movement that's going on. They're going to hand it off this time to the right side. Trey Havens is going to try and bust up for a 1st down. It looks like he's going to be short, though, by about 2 yards.
Yeah, about 2 yards short. Hey, I'd say go for it. But, you know, I'm a little bit of a gambler, Talon. Sean, you're saying no? Oh, man, we can get 2 yards. Yeah, we do have – hey, good point by our man Sean here. Pin them back. We've got the defense to do that, and that's true. We can rely on our defense.
It doesn't look like Vilonia is going to have anybody deep to return it. Noah Hogan boots it downfield, and they're going to grab it at, it looks like, the 17.
Boy, Reed's fast, didn't he? Reed Nixon got down there quick, and he got off the first bounce, picked it up.
When you got Reed Nixon, you got Carter McElhaney, you got Thatcher Strack. I mean, I wonder who's the fastest out of those 3.
I think that Carter is. I think he's probably the fastest kid on the team. But I don't know that for sure. He sure is electric when he gets the ball. But all these guys, I mean, you know, Thatcher and Reed both can run.
Vilonia's going to put a running back in the backfield. J.P. Engelkiss is going to tackle him after about a 3-yard pickup.
Good job by J.P. coming off the edge there, making a tackle. You know what I don't want to happen? I don't want to see a matching score for score. That's why I kind of want to see us go down and get that second score, get up 2 scores.
They're going to pull a man in motion and run it with the quarterback to that side. Shannon Howard's going to be there to bring him down, but not after he can pick up a 1st down and move the chains.
I believe that's that Bartlett, that Cannon Bartlett that 32, which is maybe why they were throwing such short passes, because he's not, I guess you'd say, traditionally a quarterback. He's been a receiver.
This time they're going to run it with the quarterback to the left side. He's going to try and find somewhere to go. He busts it back, and he still has nowhere. And, he gets taken down hard.
Is that Brandon Beck?
I think it's Brandon Beck.
Man, he is playing with some intensity tonight. I mean, he is slamming kids down.
Brandon Beck is probably on my list of people I don't want to be hit by.
People you don't want to meet in a dark alley?
Yes, correct.
I hear you.
I keep a list of such things. Vilonia will set up for a 2nd and 11 now. They're going to stick with a running back in the backfield. Quarterback rolls out to his left. He's looking to throw, wants to, nowhere to go. He'll tuck it and run, and he's going to fight out of bounds. He'll pick up, it looks like, 4 yards.
Yeah, he got about 4 there, but it's going to make it a 3rd down and about 7, I think, Talon.
Not your ideal 3rd down play. Greenbrier's defense has looked really, really good tonight, allowing a minimal amount of 1st downs.
Yeah, we got to watch him trying to pick up that 1st down. That's what they did last time, tried to pick up the first of the quarterback, and they fumbled.
So they'll go an empty set. They liked it early in the game. They'll go back to it, bring a man in motion, fake the handoff, and roll to the left side of the field. It's a throw to the flat. And Shannon Howard takes him to school, and Hayden Simpson picks up a fumble. Shannon Howard laid the hit stick.
I think they're going to call, yeah! They're going to say he's the ball come out.
Shannon Howard squared up on a big boy and took him to school.
Boy, he hit him hard, Talon. He hit him hard. At first I thought, they may be going to call it down. Nope. They went over there and said it was our ball.
It's a fumble from Vilonia after a Shannon Howard truck.
That was, man. That's highlight film right there, Talon.
That will go on Shannon's highlight reel. I played with one of his older brothers, and Seth was never a guy that I wanted to get matched up against and have to hit. Really, him hit me, and I know that's probably a genetic thing and runs in the family. Shannon Howard lays it.
I tell you, Talon, I love seeing this intensity that these Panthers are playing with.
It's going to be a handoff to Nick Hewitt. He's going to hit the right side, tries to stay on his feet. He will, but he'll only pick up a few.
Yeah, but Talon, this is where I like to see Nick Hewitt run the football, because we're getting hit a little bit in the backfield. We're getting hit at the line of scrimmage. Nick is hard to bring down.
Nick is a monster in the backfield and just such a challenging person to bring down. You're exactly right.
That's in the quarter.
It's going to end of the quarter. Greenbrier's going to be on top 7-0. We're going to hit a quick break, and we're going to be right back with a Chef Lynn's quarterly recap. Stay tuned.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
We're back in Vilonia, Arkansas. Hostile territory for us Greenbrier Panthers, but we're treating it well. And, Greenbrier played disciplined football. I talked about all that movement that was going on the defensive side, Matt. They haven't had a false start. I think that's really kind of something that's special, just the discipline that they've come out with.
They seem to be real focused. They're playing with high intensity and great focus. That's big for a game like this.
It's going to be a handoff up the gut. Nick Hewitt, he breaks free. He's going to try and bust it back out of the left. He stayed pretty straight there. Didn't waver either one way.
He got low, used his legs, drove, picked up the 1st down, moved the chains. Great job by Nick.
Greenbrier's on top 7-0 in Vilonia, Arkansas. The second quarter just got underway. JB has entered our booth.
Yeah, we're complete here.
Nick Hewitt's going to take the handoff again up the gut.
Man, that's another 5 or 6 yards.
5 or 6 yards. I was talking to a guy at Morrilton that I go to school with, and I was like, man, y'all had a good run game against him. He's like, what are you talking about? We only got like 3 yards of rush. I was like, well, you got 3 yards of rush. I mean, you pick up just 4 yards on one of those rushes. You have a 1st down every 3 plays.
Yeah, it looks like we had a false start right there. I think that's what they called. I tell you what, it's loud. It's kind of hard to hear. This Greenbrier faithful, man, I tell you what, even though we don't have a ton of people just because of the ticket amount, they brought their bells. They're loud.
And, I look across the way.
Noise.
It looks like the Vilonia High School students are stacked on top of each other. Good for them. It's going to be hand off the right side. Nick Hewitt breaks free. He's going to pick up a good chunk of yards. It'll be correction. It'll be second and about 5 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it seems like he got right back where he just got before the 5-yard penalty. So we're still looking at about a 2nd and 5 here. Yeah, they were supposed to have about 1,200, I believe, over there tonight. And I tell you what, looking over there, they got a pretty good bunch.
Cooper Wilcox takes the snap, hands it off up the gut. It goes to Nick Hewitt again. He won't pick up many. I think we'll have a 3rd and about 1 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a couple there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. We need to pick this one up, give us a fresh set of downs inside the red zone here.
3rd and short now for the Panthers. Tanner Collins has been playing a lot of that slot receiver that Jacob Mathis played earlier in the year. J.P. Engelkiss has been subbed in at that position too. Nick Hewitt's going to take the handoff. He's going to bust it out to the left side. He's going to try and just cut it up and pick up as much as he can and try and get a first down.
He's going to be awfully close.
They'll move the chains.
Yeah, we're going to get a first down right there. That was a big one too. Big first down. It's going to give us 1st and 10 at the, 12?
From the 12, correct, Matt.
Now we got to go score. I'd like to see Cooper take a run here pretty quick, sometime soon. We've got them really leaning towards our back because we're running so well. I'd like to see Cooper take one. We got Dawson Spencer. No, that's Trey. That's Trey.
It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Trey Havens keeps it. He's going to be stuck up.
Holding. Yeah, I think they're going to call holding right there.
We'll see what the white hat has to say about this call. He'll face the home bleachers. Holding on the offense.
Yeah, I saw what they called there. In that interior, you have that every play. It wasn't a blatant grabbing outside the pads. He just had a guy kind of trying to go inside on him, and he had his hands on him. Like I say, you do every play, but that time they saw it and they called it.
So it's going to now be 1st and 20 for the Panthers. First down is at the 1-yard line. Trey Cox, I don't think that he kicked a field goal last week, did he?
I don't believe so.
So Cooper Wilcox will orchestrate what's going on the offensive side. He drops back, throws it over the middle of the field, and the ball falls to the ground. Incomplete pass. Looks like Trey Havens' jersey's all messed up.
Yeah, Trey was looking for a flag right there and didn't get it.
That might come from a hold, but no one else thought so. So it'll bring up 2nd and 20 for the Panthers.
I like what we were doing right there. I like to see us go over the middle like that when we've got a little room to work with.
I'd love to see us throw the football. That's what I really like to see, is try and spread the offense out a little bit more. They're going to hand it off this time to the left side. It's Trey Havens. He's going to be swallowed up.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything right there, Talon. We're going to be 3rd and, pretty much goal. It's going to be to the 1, so it's about 20 yards.
Yep. Going to be 3rd and 20 for the Panthers. I mean, what's your 3rd and 20 red zone play?
You got to try to throw the ball right now. I mean, even if you get a big run, you're still not there. I mean, unless you just absolutely bust one, but you got to throw the ball.
And we've only busted one tonight,
right.
So they've been playing well against our run game. They're going to show a heavy blitz. They'll bring a couple. Cooper Wilcox, more than enough time, airs it out to J.P. Engelkiss over the middle. J.P.'s going to truck a man. He's going to land on the 1-yard line.
He does get the first down.
First down for the Greenbrier Panthers. No one thought it was possible, including myself, but he got the first down. 1st and goal for the Panthers.
I think Cooper got hit. I think Hooper got hit on that, but he threw a beautiful pass. Yeah, he looks like might be, he's not hurt, but he looks like he might be hurting a little bit because I think he got hit, but he threw a beautiful pass, just kind of almost a lob, just led him out in front, and JP did a great job of catching the ball and getting that yardage.
Absolutely gorgeous pass as Greenbrier lines up with the best scheme of all time, the Wild Rhino. Trey Haven's going to take the ball. He's got plenty of room. He fights for it, but it doesn't look like he gets there.
I don't think he did.
That was a good hit. That was a good hit by the cornerback crashing in.
Yeah, it looked like when his knee was down, he had his back to the end zone. I don't think he got in, so we're going to line it up again on second down here. Hey, you know what I like? I like a good old quarterback sneak sometimes, Talon.
Just run it up the gut.
Of course, we're in that. I guess this would be a quarterback. We're running that Wild Rhino.
Trey Havens is the Wild Rhino. He's going to bust it out to the left, and he's going to bust it into the end zone. The Wild Rhino eats. Trey Havens scores a touchdown. Greenbrier's on top 13-0 over the Vilonia Eagles.
Talon, I think the Wild Rhino kind of likes the taste of eagle meat.
I think he does, and I'd love to see it a little bit more tonight. Hey. It's one of my favorite things.
I love that we're up 13 right now. We're going to get this extra point to go up 14. Great early lead by the Panthers.
Trey Cox back to kick. It's a good snap, good hold. Ball is up, and goes through the uprights. Greenbrier scores, and they're going to be up 14-0. We're going to hit a timeout break. We'll be right back.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
We're back here in Vilonia, Arkansas. Thank you all at home for joining us. Please go like, subscribe, and share the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network as we try and bring the best product in the state each and every night. Basketball season around the corner, but right now, Matt, we're sitting in front of one of my favorite times of year when the Greenbrier Panthers play the Vilonia Eagles, and it always means something.
Yeah, Week 10, big matchup, playing for the third seed. Couldn't be any bigger of a game.
Trey Cox with a good high boot. It's going to land on about the 18. Vilonia will return it. And they're going to get pushed down at about the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Vilonia Eagles.
Talon, again, I don't want to harp on the same thing over and over, but again, points off of turnovers. Number one, creating turnovers, winning that battle, but then also scoring off of them. We're 2 for 2 now. Scoring off of turnovers.
We've had 14 points off turnovers. So Vilonia's offense is in desperate need of getting something going as they're going to bring a man in motion to the right and hand it off that way. It's a fumble again. Ball's on the ground. Tons of Panthers. Greenbrier has the football. Send the offense back out.
Well, I know that coaching staff over there is frustrated. I know those fans are frustrated. It's just a frustrating thing when you keep putting the ball on the ground. But, fortunately for the Panthers, it's exactly what we need to get this thing rolling in the first half.
3 turnovers now for the Panthers defense, one that we have a lot of faith in as Greenbrier takes over. 1st and 10 now at the 35-yard line with another chance to go and score. And, tonight our percentages of scoring off of a turnover is pretty good as it is 2 for 2.
Yeah, Talon, it looks like Vilonia called a timeout there. But you're right, 2 for 2. We've got a chance to go 3 for 3 on turnovers here. Can't express enough how big the turnover battle is. Often weeks to week, that's the difference in the ball game, especially when you got 2 teams battling that seem to be so close coming into the game.
It's an early start to this football game for the Panthers as they've really gone out ahead of the Vilonia Eagles in a big way, and not just on the offensive side of things, but on the defensive side of things. Forcing 3 turnovers early on, not giving up many first downs, a lot of plays for losses.
And Talon, we've seen a lot of the hits that we've put on them tonight. We have come to play. we're playing with intensity, and we've put some big hits on these Vilonia Eagle backs. You know, a lot of times a lot of coaches will do this, and I like to see it too, is when you get a turnover, try to go for the big play. You know, try to take one deep.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Cooper Wilcox, he's going to take a 3-step drop. He's going to throw it deep. It's Thatcher Strack. Pass interference, the easiest call I've ever seen in my life. And we have it going on a second.
Oh, he just hit Thatcher with his helmet. Hopefully that's 2 on them. He doesn't know. You know, that thing about that is that's just hurting his team. That's selfishness. That's hurting your team. Big time help for the Greenbrier Panthers.
If that goes Greenbrier's way, they could be looking at a free 30 yards.
Yeah, number 2 is going to get to go sit down on the bench and think about what he's done. He's going to go sit in timeout.
And he's been one that's been fiery on defense for Vilonia all night. He's been getting up and getting excited after a couple of plays. So I know he probably brings a lot of excitement to this Vilonia defense. But that could be a huge loss for them.
You know, the thing about the pass interference call, it was so obvious because he made no attempt to cut. You know, we're going to see what this is. They're going to call those offsetting.
They'll give Thatcher Strack an unsportsmanlike, and we believe it was due to he was the one who kind of instigated.
Maybe a little mouthing. But, you know, you never want that to happen, but at the same time, he's all up in number 2's head right now. Yeah, he hit – you know, I was saying a while ago, he hit him before the ball was even close.
It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Trey Havens is going to take it. He's going to pick up a couple, and Greenbrier is going to get about a 5-yard pickup from it. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now for the Panthers.
You know what I love to see? I love to see these offensive linemen go into the whistle. I mean, we just rolled a kid 5 yards downfield. I love to see these guys with the passion they're playing with tonight.
Greenbrier's going to run it to the left side this time. Trey Havens trying to get something going. Stiff arms a guy down, but he's swallowed up by 3 Eagles afterwards. It's going to bring up now 3rd and about 8 for your Greenbrier Panthers.
Yeah, you know, Tom, one thing I can say about Vilonia's defense is they are flying to the football. They're getting a lot of guys over there when they're making plays. You know, this is where we've really got to mix it up. We can't be predictable. We can't, you know, if they know we're going somewhere, they're going to have guys headed that way. So we've got to mix it up a little bit, maybe throw something they're not looking for.
The Greenbrier's passing game has been pretty decent tonight, to say the least. Cooper Wilcox, he's going to scramble out to the right, look back to the left. It's a wide open Trey Havens, and Vilonia's going to try and get spicy with it and try a one-handed pick, but he's going to drop it.
Yeah.
You'd expect nonetheless.
You know, that pass right there, I'd like to see it get higher, a little more arc on it. But, yeah, that kid, he had an interception, and he just went and tried to grab it one-handed and didn't need to. Fortunately for us, we're going to still have the ball in the red zone, bring our kicking team out, try to put 3 on the board.
Love to see Cox drill one here to build a lot of early confidence and an early career for the Greenbrier Panthers, I believe sophomore kicker.
Mm-hmm. You know, and putting a field goal right here, even though it's just 3, we still are up 3 scores.
It's a good snap and it's a good hold. The ball is up. And it goes through. It goes through. A beautiful kick from Trey Cox.
He absolutely nailed it. I mean, it had great distance. It would have gone another good amount right down the middle. Great job by Trey Cox. Put us up by 17 in the first half, Talon. These Panthers are fired up, and we are winning the ball game, and we're going to try to keep this thing rolling here.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Hobart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
Thank you all for joining us on the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network tonight. Please be sure to like, subscribe to our YouTube page, and go share this live stream with your friends and your family. Get them on. Vilonia has, we believe, about 350 from our intelligence office, and we have about 300. So we would like to beat them in the numbers as Greenbrier kicks it off here in the second quarter with a 17-0 lead over the Vilonia Eagles. Vilonia's going to take it out to the right side. A little bit of room to work with. He's going to break free. Trey Cox is going to try and be there to bring him down. He can't. They're going to try and bring him down. They still can't get to him. He's going to bust up, and he's going to be brought down at about the 4-yard line. Greenbrier has struggled on the kickoffs a lot this season, with a handful of returns going in that direction for the opposing team.
You know, and it's real important right now, Talon. You know, this part of the ball game when we're up pretty good at their place, we not to give them momentum. We don't want to give them any excitement, anything to be excited about, to feel like they're still in this ball game. So we've got to go out here. You know, obviously we'd like to get a stop right here. Either way, we need to get the ball back and go score.
Vilonia's going to put everybody on the inside this time with a heavy load. Running backs to either side. They're going to hand it off to the right. He's going to have some room. He's going to jump forward to the end zone. It's a touchdown for Vilonia. It only took him one play and about 4 yards. Vilonia scores quick after a good Greenbrier field goal. It's 17-6. Greenbrier still on top.
You know, Talon, we had a guy in their backfield that just tripped up a little bit, so he wasn't able to make the play. But that allowed them to get a little space and get in the end zone. You know, that's what they needed over there. They need a little shot of something to give them some confidence, a little motivation to keep pushing. And neither one of these teams are going to give up at any point in the game. So we've got to bury our head down and move forward, try to pick up more points here before the half.
That's exactly right. As it's 17-7 after Vilonia puts the extra point up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more football.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
We're back in Vilonia, Arkansas. Thank you all at home for joining us. Greenbrier is going to take their second return of the night now.
You know, Talon, that's what I was talking about a while ago when we kicked that field goal. It was so important to be up 3 scores because, you know, you never know what's going to happen when they get the ball. Just like then, they score quick. We're still up 2 scores. We have an opportunity with 5 minutes left to still go up 3 scores at the end of this half. Looks
like Greenbrier has the hands team out, prepared for any kind of trickery from Vilonia. Vilonia's going to boot it deep into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Correction, no, they're going to run it out. I thought if they touched the end zone at all, it was a touchback.
That referee was right there looking at his foot. I'm thinking he probably was just across the line.
Yeah. He was dancing with the line a little bit.
That's a perfect kick because you can't go backwards.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you can get a kick and force them to run it back, that's why, you know, we got the ball on the 11-yard line. Carter didn't have a choice. He had to go with it.
17-7 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers that are on the road this week in Vilonia, Arkansas. A big game can decide the 3 and the 4 seed in the 5A West. Greenbrier is going to set it up with a handoff to the left side. I believe it's Trey Havens, the senior running back, having an amazing season.
Boy, he is.
You know, even just last week, I believe he had over 700 yards. I don't know what that number is after the Alma game, but I would imagine
he's got over 900.
Yeah. Over 900 yards as a running back is something that's really phenomenal.
Yeah, so he should hit 1,000 tonight if he hadn't already.
It's going to be a handoff this time. They're going to run to the left side. Not much of anywhere to go, and you do not want to give Vilonia any momentum here early right before halftime, as we have 4 minutes and about 25 seconds left, and it's a third and about 7 yards to go.
You know, they're really, really keying our off-tackle runs. This is where we've got to be, as a coaching staff, got to come up with something, mix it up a little bit, and get them back on their heels.
Cooper Wilcox, he'll take the snap and take a 3-step drop. It's a throw out to Reed Nixon. He's got the reception, makes a man miss. I think he's got enough to move the chains for the Panthers.
He does. All right. First down. That was a big – I can't express how big that first down was.
A beautiful curl route from Reed Nixon and a beautiful throw from Cooper Wilcox, putting it right on the money, right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, Cooper's been really accurate tonight. Great catch and run by Reed there, too.
1st and 10 now for the Greenbrier Panthers. They're going to hand it off. Correction, they're going to throw it over the middle to Carter McElhaney. He's going to cut it back up the middle, and he's going to pick up a couple of more, and Greenbrier's going to push him and keep pushing him forward to pick up a first down for the Greenbrier Panthers. I'm sure Carter's not used to being in a pile like that.
Yeah, and if I'm this Greenbrier coaching staff, I see that. I see where it's open. We've got that middle of the field open. We got to keep going because they're going to keep trying to key this run game.
They're going to hand it off this time to Trey Havens. Trey Havens tries to throw a man down, but he grabs his leg and brings him down, maybe a pickup of a yard. There is a flag.
Going to be probably a hold here.
You know, Vilonia also didn't make a substitution in time, but I don't think that one was called. So it'll be now 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
He still got his mic on. We're going to let you keep that towel, white flag, or white hat, I mean.
You know, I'm sure that's frustrating as a white hat to never have to wear a headset and a microphone all season. You get to Vilonia, they're like, hey, you need to put on a headset and a microphone. We want to know what's going on. Forget to turn it off one time.
Big first down here after the penalty.
Greenbrier's going to go quick. They're going to hand it off to the left side. Trey Havens, after they spread out the offense. Trey's going to get back to just past where they started.
Yeah, he's going to pick up another yard or two after the original line of scrimmage. So we're going to pick up, 12 there?
It's going to be 2nd and 8 now for the Panthers. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in the half in Vilonia. We know that Greenbrier can score with just about any amount of time on the clock. Trey Havens going to take the ball as he's patient, trying to look for somewhere. Doesn't find much. Maybe 5 yards more than I thought.
Pick a pretty good gain there. Pick a pretty good gain. Going to make it about 3rd and 4. Big third down right here. Really like to see us pick up this and get ourselves a chance to score before the half.
3rd and 4 now for Greenbrier. This is a play that I wouldn't really quite know where to go. I mean, you can run the ball well. You've thrown the ball all right. You're in the middle of no man's land. And it's going to be an empty set for the Panthers. Cooper Wilcox going to take the snap. He's got a heavy blitz. He rolls out to the right side. Holding call for sure. He throws it deep to Thatcher's track, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, they're going to get holding here.
That's a pretty simple holding call. You know, I think it's a good one.
Well, you know, they brought the house right there. And Cooper did a good job of getting out into open space. So that's going to bring up 4th down, about 3 or about 4. I bet we punt it right here.
I don't know what the frustration is there. I mean, that was a pretty blatant hold. I mean, there was not really any other option. There was such a heavy blitz. And Noah Hogan's going to punt it. It's going to be a high flyer. It's going to be a fair catch. It's called and almost muffed.
Well, he did almost drop that. Reed Nixon was right in his face, too. So we got 1:48 left, Talon. They're going to get the ball back. We need our defense to come out here and do something. They've got 2 timeouts left. So they're going to have a little time and a couple timeouts to work with.
Was there a scuffle at midfield, Matt? Is that what they're talking about? Oh, there's a flag at the 50.
I didn't see it, Talon. I was looking at the clock.
I did not see it either. I was looking at the play here at the end.
Yeah, we can't have that right here, Talon. You know, that's the time of the part of the game here where we've got to be disciplined. And I know they're rivals. There's a lot. You can imagine there's a lot of talking going back and forth.
Man,
gotta what we used to say, hold your water here. You know, don't let it boil over.
That's exactly right. With just a minute 48, Vilonia is going to want to get something going, as it is 17-7 in favor of the Greenbrier Panthers. They're going to bring a man in motion to the right side. They're going to take a snap and throw it out there quick. It's caught, but he'll stumble down after about a 3-yard pickup.
He stumbled down before he got hit by Brandon Beck, and Brandon flew out there and was ready to make a play.
I probably would have stumbled too if Brandon Beck was on my back. It's going to be an empty set. They'll probably look to throw the football. It's going to be a quarterback keep up the middle. He's going to have a couple of yards, enough for a first down that'll momentarily stop the clock at a minute 22 left to play here in the half.
You know, this is where your defense, you really got to bend and not break. You know, if you give up some yardage, so be it, but you got to work that clock and not break and let them beat you.
They're going to roll out to the right side. Quarterback's going to keep it and bust back up the middle. There's
a flag.
There's another flag down.
Hopefully it's not a face mask. Hopefully it's on them. I don't know what they're going to call here, Talon.
I don't know what that would be either. Usually you have a tell, like, oh, if it's there, you know it's probably a holding, or if it's in that position, oh, you kind of know it's a false start.
Yeah.
But
that's why I was saying the face mask. Usually when you got to tackle,
it's usually a face mask, and it will be. Face mask against Greenbrier. They'll walk off 15 more yards and give Vilonia first.
Maybe incidental.
Oh, an incidental face mask. It'll be 1st and 5 now for Vilonia. Clock is rolling. False start, I would think. They won't call it. They're going to throw it out to the right side into the flat. I mean, I'm no rocket scientist, but I think that's the easiest false start call I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no joke.
Tripp should tear into that guy. That's frustrating. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more Greenbrier football momentarily.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back here in Vilonia, Arkansas. Vilonia picks up a couple yards on a quick throw out to the flat, and they call a quick timeout. It's going to be second and what appears to be 3 yards from the 40-yard line. Vilonia trying to score, trying to get something going, as Greenbrier's kind of halted a little on offense and had a few rough penalties called here on defense in this one last drive, what it would seem like last drive before the half.
Yeah, we're under a minute now, Talon.
Vilonia's going to roll out to the left side. They're going to turn it back around to the right. No call.
Why don't they call hold there?
They'll take the quarterback down.
You know, just because you pull your hands back as if I didn't do anything doesn't mean you didn't just hold. And they missed one right there, Talon.
46 seconds left now to play. Vilonia's got to move quick. They'll get set in an empty set. They'll bring a man in motion to the right. They're going to look to the left side to throw the football on a bootleg. Hayden Simpson is there to bring the quarterback down.
They're going to have to call timeout.
They will have to call a timeout, and that will be their last one.
So they're going to be down to 30 seconds, and they have not thrown the ball well tonight, so they're going to try to have to figure out how they're going to at least get the change moved, or if they don't get a first down, get up there and run a play, because there's only 30 seconds left. So if we can stop them short of a first down, that would be huge.
Let's hear what Steak and Shake has to say real quick.
All righty.
And to Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back in Vilonia, Arkansas, as I saw Stuttgart Carl making his way to the
he's
press
coming
box.
Up. Give us some of that knowledge.
Stuttgart Carl that bleeds blue. Make sure you stick around at halftime.
I'm going to tell you, Talent, JB was looking at some scores early, and Stuttgart's playing CAC, and they were up 21-0 early.
21-0 early. And, you know, that's a game that's out of our conference, but it's one that's familiar to us because of the podcast Between the Mats with Matt Wilcox and our very own Matt McJunkins, as it is 30 seconds left to play here right before the half.
Quarterback change.
There was a quarterback change, and, yeah, Greenbrier wants to take a timeout and talk about it.
They brought in that sophomore quarterback, Wesley McKissick. He's their, I guess what you would call their throwing quarterback since Myers is out, and the other one that's been playing, Cannon Bartlett's, he runs that Wildcat. But he does, to be a guy that's not a quarterback, that's a receiver, just an athlete, he's done a good job getting the ball to his receivers. They just, obviously, they're not real comfortable with him throwing downfield.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a quick timeout and hear from Steak and Shake again.
And to Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back in Vilonia, Arkansas, and, we were talking just a second ago about a couple of different games that were going on around Arkansas and how it's a big deal because of the Between the Mats podcast. If you have a chance and you love Arkansas football, go check out Between the Mats. It's not exclusively football. They're going to get into basketball eventually, too. As Vilonia sticks with the new quarterback, they're going to look to throw. It's going to be a three-step drop. He looks to the left. He throws over the middle. It's caught by Vilonia. They're going to pick up a couple after the reception. It's a first down.
Well, they're bringing in their kicking game.
They're going to run in the kicking game.
Why would you not?
You don't have a timeout.
Why would you not clock it? You got first down.
Maybe they don't have a good play to clock. Do you have to be under center to clock it, or can you clock it from the shotgun?
I think you have to be under center.
Clock is winding down. It's a good snap.
He's going to miss that.
It's going to go wide right. It's going to doink. Woo! It doinks off the bottom.
There's a penalty, but, yeah. So they saw what I saw. I saw movement up there on the line, and they're going to call. Oh, I guess it's delay game. Decline.
Penalty is declined. A tough end of the half for Vilonia Eagles, but a great one for your Greenbrier Panthers. We're going to take it to the half. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Stuttgart Carl and many other things in the Vision Roofing halftime report. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
We're back here in Vilonia, Arkansas. Thank you all for joining us. I was going to hit the Chef Lynn's quarterly recap real quick. Greenbrier went up, I believe it was 14-0 in the first quarter. They'll only kick a field goal in the second quarter, but Vilonia will score, and it'll be 17-7 at the end of the first half. Again, that is your Chef Lynn's quarterly recap. A lot of great food over there at Chef Lynn's. Go get some dinner over there if you haven't got any yet. I'm going to hand it over to the famous Stuttgart Carl and let him talk about the first half of this football game.
Carl.
What's up?
Stuttgart Carl, my man.
Thanks to
so glad to have
Sean
you.
Mathis.
Let me tell you, Carl, I got to be honest with you. We've had to talk to you on the phone here lately because you hadn't been in the booth with us on these road games.
Yeah.
It's so good to see your smiling face
well,
here.
Man, I appreciate that. You know, I hate coming over here, though, but, you know.
Let me tell you something funny last night. Last night in the ninth grade game, at the very end of the game, they are calling timeout with like less than 10 seconds left. We've got the ball. They're calling timeout. 3 times they called timeout. And everybody's like, what are they doing? And Steve Carden said, well, if I had to drive back to Vilonia tonight, I'd probably try to stall it too. I love the rivalry, man.
Oh, man. You know, and this is a typical game. You know, I figured it would be this way. You know, I think the referees have more yards than Vilonia's offense does right now. But, you know, it is what it is. I think, they had 1 penalty on them in the first half, and – gosh, what do we have, 6, 7?
Oh, we've got a bunch.
Yeah, so, you know, it's typical being over here. It is what it is. So,
you know, one thing that's not scaring me, Carl, but one thing that has me a little alarmed is, you know, we've done an excellent job of turning the ball over, but we have not stopped their offense without a turnover.
Yeah. You know, and they had Bartlett out there starting at quarterback, and I knew that our defense had been working on it, but I didn't know if they expected to see it that much, and they probably got some looks that they haven't prepared for. So I'm sure the coaches are going to go back in the second half and probably make some adjustments on that. You know, and then they brought in that is he a sophomore quarterback?
Yeah, McKissick.
Yeah, they brought him in, and I mean, he can sling it. I don't know why he's not out there more, but I guess they just felt like that putting Bart back there and that quarterback gives them more options, but we might see that the traditional quarterback in the second half.
I would expect to see him more in the second half. For one, they obviously don't feel comfortable with the Bartlett kid throwing downfield.
No, and you know, if I was a coach, and you know I'm not, but if I was a coach and I saw him at a quarterback, man, I'd sit on those short routes and play the run, you know, and keep and have the safeties playing deep, but sit on those short routes because I don't think he can throw it deep. I mean, he probably can, but it just doesn't look like he wants to. And until he can prove that he did, I would just sit on those short routes and play the run and just kind of see what happens. So, but yeah, I mean, they had those 3 turnovers, which we got points off all 3 turnovers.
All 3 of them.
You know, punching it in down here instead of taking the field goal. But man, what a heck of a kick by that kid, though, man. That was a great field goal.
At least we got Trey.
Yeah, at least we got some points out of that. So.
You know, that's one thing we've seen from him too. You know, he came out when Cody got hurt.
Yeah.
He came out and had to make some kicks and looked maybe a little rusty.
Probably
like he
nervous.
Nerves
I think, more than anything else.
But getting some time, some experience, man, he's just nailing it now.
Yeah. Well, man, I think our offense is doing a good job.
They are.
Cooper's throwing the ball well, and I think that's going to help in the second half, completing some passes like that. But, man, they're doing some funky stuff up front, all that jumping around and stuff like that. But I think the offensive line's helped up well. They're blocking well and giving Cooper time to throw the football. So, I mean, all in all, the offense is doing good. But you're right, dude. We gotta definitely do a better job on the defense side of the ball. So
yeah, and the thing about we've been so successful this season as a run team, but they are obviously key in that.
Yes,
they're flying to the football really well. So we have got to use our weapons like Cooper's ability to throw the ball, and then our receivers getting them the ball. We've seen some balls over the middle that were wide open.
Yeah,
and those little curls, those 10-yard. We've got to come out and utilize that.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we got to do that a little bit more, and I think that would help us with the passing game. And don't do it when we have to do it. You know what I mean? If it's first down.
Well, then they're expecting it.
Yeah, do it then instead of maybe doing it on 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7 or whatever we are at that point. They know that we're going to pass the football, but kind of mix it up a little bit.
And when you're a coach and staff, you don't want to be predictable. And like you said, don't do it when you have to.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, when you've got a team that can run the football, that's what you want to do. Even the best coordinators that people think, man, they've got an explosive offense like your Gus Malzahn, those guys. They want to run the football.
Right.
And so, you definitely want to establish that run, but also, mix it up. You've got the weapons, use them, show your quarterback you got confidence in him. And,
and he's playing with confidence now.
He is.
You can just see it. I mean, he's made some good throws for sure. So what does his stats look like?
I forgot about that. So first half here, we're up by 10, 17-7. We've got 15 first downs. They've got 8. A lot of that, is because they hadn't had the ball a lot as far as time goes because they've put it on the ground so much. We've ran the ball 25 times for 92 yards. That's 3.7 yards per carry, which is not bad. We've oftentimes ran it for more than that in the season. They've ran it 17 times for 54 yards, which is 3.2 a carry. So we're actually a little bit better than them in that. We've both completed 5 passes. They're 5 for 6. Of course, they've been throwing those little short passes. And Cooper's 5 for 10 with 50 yards. They've got 32. Total yardage, we've got 157. They got 86. So it's really kind of a –
well, that's closer than what I thought it
is.
Be.
And they've, we've been able to score, but they've not played poorly defensively. We've taken advantage of the short field on the turnover.
Man, what about the hitting going on down there, though?
Now, that's what
Shannon Howard that lit him up down there. Oh, my goodness. You could hear – I don't know if y'all could hear it up here, but we definitely could hear it down there in the stands.
And Brandon Beck's throwing a couple kids down just looked like they were pieces of paper.
Yeah, they're physical tonight. And the thing I noticed, too, I didn't mean to interrupt you about the stats.
No, you're good.
But what I noticed, too, is that it's just more electric. It's just amazing when these two teams play what it's like. The sidelines are fired up. When Vilonia scored over there, man, you thought there was 300 people sitting over there, 400 people sitting over on the Vilonia side, how loud they got. But up to that point, they really hadn't anything to cheer about because of all the turnovers and stuff that they had.
And I'm telling you, I got to brag on this Greenbrier crowd.
Man,
they're
loud.
loud.
Too.
When our kids were coming off the field a while ago for the half, I mean, it was like, they was a standing ovation. They were screaming,
well,
yelling.
and it's cool too that they get to walk underneath, us here in the visitor press box, and the fans are just right there,
right there in their face,
just right there, So that's got to fire them up too. So, man, we don't have penalties on there, do we?
No, we talked about penalties.
I'd just be curious how many yards it's been for us being penalized.
One thing that's interesting is they're 1 for 4 on third downs. They've only had 4 third downs in this first half.
Wow.
And that's one of two things. One is they put the ball on the ground pretty much their first series each drive that they've done that, and then secondly, they've also been pretty successful on first and second down.
Yeah. So there's going to be some adjustments, I'm sure, here in the second half. Getting the defense more set, maybe in different positions, especially Bartlett's out there at quarterback. But who knows what Vilonia's going to do? They might come out with their sophomore quarterback and try to throw it around. Who knows, man?
Well, they got to be nervous about putting the ball on the ground. It's happened so much. So, and a lot of that, I mean, especially that one pass. That was due to the hit, the impact.
Yes. And the thing about the offense, we've had several holding calls tonight, and I just hope the offense still plays with aggression, like they did in the first half, and not let those penalties get to them as much. And it's just, sometimes you just wonder, oh my, are they going to call this on me? Are they going to call that on me? Man, I just hope they just come out and keep playing the way they've been playing, because in my mind, I felt like the offensive line has done a good job thus far.
They have. They've stopped us a few times at the line of scrimmage, even for
but
loss.
That was because of
overloaded.
Well, no, but we've had penalties too that have stopped drives.
We have. What I was saying though is it's not because of poor blocking. It's because they have overloaded.
Oh yeah.
And brought a ton of players.
But we've had a lot of drive killers too because of penalties.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing we have done well. I mean, we've seen the 1st and 20s a lot this year, probably more than we should have.
Yes.
But tonight, we've done a good job of getting that yardage back.
Yes, that's true. And it's because we've been able to, do those little hitch routes and stuff like that, maybe busting a run or something, so it's been good. But I've noticed too, man, that our receivers are getting behind their safeties.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's just a matter – I mean, I guess the first –
yeah, Thatcher had that one.
He was 2 or 3 steps behind their safety, but it's been there all night.
It has been.
And I think 2 things can happen. Throwing it deep, trying to get something over the top, and then number 2, I expect Cooper maybe to start pulling the ball on those zone reads here in the second half.
Yeah.
Because that's there too. He's been turning around, handing it off every time. But I think if he starts keeping that ball, and then that way you're going to make that defense, those linebackers, a little bit more honest instead of, like you said, maybe loading up and just going hard at the football. Then I expect him to probably keep the ball, pull it a few times here, hopefully in the second half.
And seeing their second level, their linebackers flowing and going towards the side that we're running to. Like you said, if we slap them in the face with one of those backside keepers, they got to respect that.
Yes.
And when you've got a quarterback like Cooper, who is such an athlete,
and he's fast.
That's right, he's fast.
Yeah,
and you can depend on that. Throw that one pass that Cooper threw that looked like it could have been picked. That would have been if he'd have just got a little arc on that.
Oh, that little wheel route they threw over there.
Yeah, and I love the wheel route.
My favorite play, dude. That's my favorite play, man. Throw that wheel route. And I thought they had it set up, and that I guess as a safety came over there pretty quickly and knocked that down because I didn't see anybody over there until he got there. So, but
Cooper's throwing accurate. That's one thing. He's really accurate.
He's on night. So, man, I don't guess we're going to have our traditional streaker tonight.
No, he may be waiting until everybody's not looking. I said on the podcast this week that it really surprised the people if I did it. And you know what Matt said? Matt said, well, you wouldn't make it to the 20-yard line.
And then what did you say? You had to take a
time out? I might have to take a couple breaks. Yeah. I didn't say I was going to do it all at once. Get 10, 20 here. I'm kind of like a good offense. I just like to get 10 or 20 at a pop, Hey, I was looking at some scores. Alma's beating Farmington at the half 8-3.
Wow.
And even more, a little more impressive is Moulton has scored, and so now it's 12-7 at the half. But right before the half, it was 7-6 Clarksville.
That's crazy, man. What is going on there?
You know, last week we saw Morrilton was down late in the game against Vilonia, and I really expected them. You know, when you look how Harrison handled this Vilonia team, and you look how Morrilton played with Harrison, and how Morrilton handled us, I really thought they were going to, beat the brakes off of Vilonia last week, and I wonder if Morrilton's regressed a little bit. If maybe they've got some players that are hurt or quit, or I don't know what's going on.
And it could be one of those games where they just kind of look past it too. You know, who knows? But even if they lose and we win, it still won't change the seedings at all. So
if they'd have pulled it out last week and beat Morrilton, then they would have taken. And Morrilton would have lost tonight, they would have taken over the number 2 seed.
True.
But we're not going to make it an issue anyway. We're just going to win tonight.
That's right. So, all right, man. So,
all right, Carl. Well, thanks for coming up.
All right, bud. And you promoted the podcast.
We've been talking about it a little bit. We have, Between the Mats, we release a podcast. Me and Matt Wilcox every Wednesday. Carl actually releases it. We film it on Tuesday, or record it on Tuesday, and then Carl does all the editing. Me and Matt, we've got faces for radio. So Carl doesn't, when he edits, he doesn't have to do a whole lot of he doesn't have to worry about taking care of our.
Well, we're going to get there eventually.
We actually are. And I'm glad you said that. We are going to start recording it.
Eventually, we're going to start recording it. We're also going to start adding guests. We're going to start getting some guests on there as well.
And we've got some guys that are already ready to get on there who are going to be great
we're going to start lining up, especially when it comes to playoff time. Try to get some coaches on. Talk to maybe some of the coaches around the state.
Yeah.
So it's
well, once we get a little deeper in the playoffs too, we've really battled making this thing not be too long.
Yeah.
Because when you've got all these classifications, you're talking about the Hogs, you're talking about ASU and Conway. We've ran about a little over an hour, and we were trying to keep it about 45 minutes. But I think what me and Matt and you have talked about is that when we get some of these teams thinned out a little bit, it'll shorten up the.
Yeah, so it's really good. Yeah, check out Between the Mats on Apple, Spotify, all the major platforms. Get some good information when it comes to high school football rankings, predictions.
Promise you'll laugh.
And it's really good, man.
Promise you'll laugh.
Especially with my man right here, Crystal Ball. He picks them right every time.
Junk Vegas
picks them right every time. So, all right, guys, y'all have a good
Carl,
second half.
appreciate it, man.
All right, talk to you later.
So we've got about a minute and a half before the second half starts. Or at least before they start warming up. So we'll take a quick break right here. Appreciate you listening to the Vision Roofing halftime show. Love getting to talk to Stuttgart Carl and getting some of that knowledge. We'll be back shortly for the second half.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern East, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
So we're back here after a little quick break. I got another guy here.
Oh, no, never mind.
Okay, got another guy here. Most people who've listened to the broadcast in the past know, and that is Sean Mathis. Sean, great to see you here.
Yeah, man, great to be here.
How exciting is this?
This is exciting. It's exciting for me because I'm not on the broadcast.
That's your favorite thing about the Panther broadcast,
yes.
Since you're not doing it.
Yes.
You say that, but you do a whole lot with it.
I do. I still do a lot of stuff with it. But, appreciate you guys coming on and, you and Talon taking on the broadcast and doing the play-by-play and the color and stuff. And, every time I hear myself on the broadcast or radio and stuff, I think, I just don't sound very good. And, there's got to be somebody better. And then there's people like JB that, it's kind of a godsend to us.
Let me tell you.
So
JB comes in early in the season. I don't know him. Talon knew him. He was just wanting to kind of be a part of it. And so we've got him over here running the board. He doesn't talk on the mic, on the headsets. And then a couple weeks into the season, JB does the volleyball game. Come to find out, JB's a professional. And I'm tell you, I told Matt Wilcox, I said, man, that makes me insecure about going back in the booth. I said, we're sitting here talking with the guy beside us, not saying a word, who is as good as anybody I've ever heard.
Yeah. And I think that's been one of the good things about the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network and what we've tried to do. We've really tried to incorporate some younger people, even some college kids. And we've had some high school kids that have done some graphics for us and things. Yeah. And really that's what's kind of – running cameras and things. And that's what kind of gets me excited about it, because kind of one of those things where I don't necessarily want to do it, but I don't mind, like, teaching and getting other people involved and and two, whenever somebody takes ownership of it and really wants it to be a good broadcast like JB and those guys, it just really just makes
it better.
Just makes it better, especially, too, when we have new people come in like, hey, if we thought about doing this, let's do this.
Well, and like you said to these younger guys, it gives them an avenue to try something that they may want to make a career out of.
Yeah.
We're old and washed up, but these guys, they have a future.
Exactly. I'm an accountant by trade, but I do enjoy video and stuff, and I do a lot of stuff with our church and live stream there, and it's been really fun to be able to do it, and especially so much with this year, being able to do it. I know we've got close to 300 people online watching the game now, and man, it's just super excited. I look for the kind of the silver lining in things, and I just think 2 years ago when we did it, it was really for this moment.
Right. That's right. You're reaping the benefits of what you put all the sweat equity in.
Yeah. So.
All
anyway,
right. Well,
looks like
Sean,
about 30 seconds. Y'all going to need to take a quick break.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half kickoff.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern East, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we came back real quick because the Streaker is here.
They're going to let him go through the student section, maybe.
That might not have been a wise move to go through the student section.
I think that the Vilonia Eagles student section has caught him, and they are a hold of him.
Free the Streaker. He did it. Oh, he did it. I wish we weren't in a commercial break when it happened. We'd given up on it. Wait, we're not supposed to be promoting that kind of behavior, are we, Talon?
Matt.
Is he hung up there?
I don't know, but I kind of wish I would have thought more about it. I would have called the play-by-play for it.
Yeah.
But he really kind of just drove straight across the field. There wasn't like a lot of he's at the 40, the 50. There wasn't a lot going on. He just went straight across the field, jumped into the Vilonia. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, they call him the street.
Greenbrier kicks it off here to start the second half of football. Vilonia's going to take it as it almost goes out of bounds. Andrew Hare's there to make a tackle at about the 22-yard line. Greenbrier won't let him go deep this time, as I'm sure that's one thing they talked about at the half. That's how Vilonia scored their only points.
Well, they got him. They got him cuffed. He's walking across the front of the Vilonia stands in handcuffs. Yeah, I think he's got a mask on, too. At least he's being responsible.
That's exactly right. You always want the social distancing to be in play.
Oh, I wish we had it on camera. Steve Carden's going to kill me. Yeah, they just jumped. We're going to get a 5-yard penalty right here.
A beautiful distraction.
Talon, I don't know if beautiful is what I'd call that.
I'm struggling to find a way to
find the right words.
I am struggling to find the right words, but I'll break it down for us. Someone streaked, and we're going to get back to football.
It's 1st and 15 now.
It's 1st and 15 for the Vilonia Eagles. They're going to show that indie set they liked in the early game. This time it's going to be a quarterback keep up the middle, but, yeah, nowhere to go.
Great job there. Who is that? Oh, that's Jeremy Parker. That's my boy. I like old Jeremy Parker. Did a great job stopping the quarterback right there on the run. It's going to be second, 14? Or no, it's still at 15.
It's going to be 2nd and 15 now. Vilonia sticking with the empty. That's something that's really shocked me. They must like it against this Greenbrier defense, but there's going to be a handful of Panthers, including Hayden Simpson and Dawson Spencer.
Yeah, Dawson read that well. You know, that receiver, he was trying to make a block on Dawson coming at the ball, and the receiver that caught it went inside. So great job by Dawson being there and making the play, along with a couple of other Panther hats.
They're going to throw it across the middle. They're going to try to. They're going to throw it out into the flat, the little check down route. Tanner Collins is there to make the stop.
That's a big loss. That's a huge loss. They're going to lose a couple, 3 yards on that and make it 4th and about 16.
4th and 16. Vilonia's going to have to punt it off their first possession.
Great job by the defense coming out in the second half and a big stop to get the ball back to this offense. We need to cover that guy. We need to make sure this guy's covered.
That's number 2. He's got an unsportsmanlike. They're going to punt it. It's going to be a short punt, but a good Vilonia roll. It's going to roll out to what looks about the 30-yard line. It might get to the 29. They'll try and use wind dynamics to push it further, and Greenbrier will set up on the 30-yard line with the 1st and 10.
Yeah. Great job by this Panther defense and such a big part of this game to come out and set the tone for the second half. You know, just nothing going for the Vilonia offense there. Panthers everywhere, just making plays, shutting it down. Great opportunity here for us to go up and go back up by that 3rd score, Talon.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line for the Greenbrier Panthers. They'll come out with a little bit of a sniffer. It's going to be J.P. Engelkiss. Vilonia appears to be bringing the house, and they will, but Cooper Wilcox is going to keep it. Jukes a man to the inside, busts it back out to the right. He's going to stay on his feet after shedding 2 tackles, and he'll be brought down after trying to break away from a couple of guys. I think he's going to still pick up 2 yards.
Yeah, he picked up a couple. Not a real favorable spot, but
I kept thinking he might break away, but it seemed like one more guy was on top of him.
Hands on him. Yeah, good job by Cooper to get what he could there.
It'll be 2nd and 8 as we have a little bit of a silence. Greenbrier's trying to figure out a play to run here. Second and 8 now for the Panthers. They're going to hand it off up the gut. Trey Havens with it. He's going to pick up a handful of yards.
He almost got the first. Short. Yeah, he's about, a yard maybe short?
He's going to be a yard short. They're going to mark it 2 yards short, correction.
Okay. Still great run. Puts us in good position to move the chain right here on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Nick Hewitt's going to go in. But it doesn't look like they're going to go Rhino. It looks like Trey Havens will come out. They'll go with a heavy back.
We got to get the play in, get this thing moving.
10 seconds now for the Panthers. Cooper will have to move quick at quarterback. He's going to get the play set. He's going to hand it off up the gut. Nick Hewitt is going to be, I think he's going to be short. I think they're going to mark him short.
It's going to be about a yard short, Talon. Boy, I thought he was over there. Yeah, I do. I'm go get it. I think we're going to put the big Rhino in, the Wild Rhino, and go get it.
The Wild Rhino looks to be what Greenbrier is going to put on the field in a 4th and 1 situation.
We got to get the play in.
They got the play in. They're going to get set. Trey takes the snap. He's going to run it out to the right. It looks like it's busted in the backfield.
He didn't get it.
It might be short, but we'll see where the spotting is at. It's just so close. It's short, and we have a fight now. A lot of scuffling in the middle of the field. Greenbrier trying to break away from Vilonia. There is a flag down.
Is there?
Vilonia's coaches out on the field quick, pushing everyone away. And it's number 2 that walks away from it. And he might be walking away from this football game, depending on this call. 2 unsportsmanlike, and you're gone. Am I wrong?
I'm not sure. I think it used to be that way. Hopefully this is not offsetting.
A series of unfortunate events will bring us to a confused point as we're trying to figure out.
Langrell over there would look like he was upset with some of our players, but hey, that number 2's been doing it all night.
It's been back and forth. What do you expect from a Week 10 rivalry football game
right.
against the Greenbrier Panthers and the Vilonia Eagles? There's a lot of
So they
talking,
may be trying to figure out when it occurred, because if it's after the play, then they will get the ball. It's going to be their ball.
That's the correct call.
Yeah, I think it's correct. Oh, they always offset them.
So it looks like we have 2 ejections, 1 on each side of the field, as number 2 for Vilonia will be ejected.
No, did they say an ejection? I thought they said the next one would be an ejection.
Oh, they may have.
Well, the Greenbrier fans are not happy. I just didn't see what happened in the scuffle.
It looks like they're talking. I didn't see either. I think it was just
know
so
that number 2 has been doing that
see.
all. Been starting stuff all night, and I hate to see offsetting just because. Well, you can't retaliate.
There's a lot going on that we don't know about.
So I don't think there was a timeout. I guess it's just a change of possession. They're just getting to both teams to their sidelines. We need to come out right here and just straight dominate on defense.
Yeah, that's one of the most important aspects of this game right now is what our defense can do, as Vilonia will have 2 running backs in the backfield, and it's going to be a quarterback keep, but big man Brandon Beck takes him down in the backfield. It'll be a sack. Greenbrier will push them back 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Vilonia Eagles.
Man, Brandon Beck is having a great game. He is playing we've seen him play a lot of good games, but he is a difference maker in this football game tonight.
He's been in the backfield doing great things. And they're going to stick with the heavy running back set, run it up the gut. This time they'll pick up, it looks like 4, maybe 5, more than we thought.
Going to be 3rd and long, or a short
6.
7, maybe long 6.
Vilonia going to stick with their 2 running back set that they like to go to. They're going to hand it off to the left side. Jeremy Parker's in the backfield. Takes him down.
What a hit by Jeremy Hardcastle.
Jeremy Parker sends him downtown. It's going to be 4th and 8 now for the Vilonia Eagles. They'll be forced to either go for it or – what do you do in this situation?
Yeah, great job by Jeremy Parker right there. But did you see the hit that Jeremy Hardcastle put on him as he was going down? That was a punishing hit. So, 4th and 9.
Ashton White was in there on the defense. He's not a player we typically see on the defensive line. It looks like Vilonia's going to go for it here on 4th and 8, maybe a long 8 or 9. 6 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Vilonia doesn't like what they see. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to hear what Steak and Shake has to say. You're listening to Greenbrier Football, presented by American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Bank.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We are back in Vilonia, Arkansas, as the game is starting to seriously heat up. Vilonia's got some big decisions to make on a 4th and 8, and I believe it looks like they're going to go for it here.
This Greenbrier crowd is some kind of fired up. I'm loving it.
For a crowd of roughly 200 people, it is a loud one here as they bring a motion to the right side. Quarterback's going to take it and look to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's short. It hits the ground. Incomplete. Greenbrier's going to take over on downs. 1st and 10 for your Greenbrier Panthers.
Excellent job right there by the defense to make him get mobile and have to throw on the run. Almost got it, but fortunately it hit the ground, and we're going to get the ball back right here, Talon. You know, it's interesting that we just lost the possession on the 4th down that we didn't get, and turn around and get it back on the 4th down.
A big defensive battle here in Vilonia, Arkansas, as the Greenbrier Panthers are on top of the Vilonia Eagles 17-7. Words I like to say and hope to say at the end of tonight.
Yeah, Talon, I'm fired up, man. I am. I'm up here jumping around.
Cooper Wilcox will come in, orchestrate his offense, move his running back to his right side, switch him back to the left, trying to switch the defense up and see what's going on.
Oh, delay
of game. It's an unfortunate because
we got some complaining right here.
It
looks like the clock was wrong.
The clock did not start. So there was no way to know when the play clock was going to be dead. That is a total clock error. We'll see. It doesn't look like anything will happen. It looks like it will just be a oopsie-poopsie.
Okay, so we still had 10 seconds on this clock down here.
We still had 10 seconds on this clock.
So one of them was 0 and the other was 10, so, you know, they'll have to reset that. Obviously, we wouldn't have.
Looks like they have it fixed now.
0.
We're going to move Trey to the left side this time and hand it off to him. He's going to bust it to the right. He'll be brought down pretty quickly, maybe a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, he didn't get much there. Like I say, you know, they're flying around on that run. I'd like to see us try to get the ball over the middle a little bit, you know, force them to have to guard the pass.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 now for the Greenbrier Panthers. Number 2 is still out on the field. I really thought if it was too unsportsmanlike. Are there different levels of unsportsmanlike? Is that?
Any 2 penalties are offsetting. And also, we don't know it was on number 2.
It's going to be a throw over the middle on a quick slant to Carter McElhaney. He'll have a good reception. He'll pick up probably 5 yards. It'll now be 3rd and 4 for the Greenbrier Panthers.
Yeah.
That's a play we've never seen before.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm telling you, I like it. I do. I just got a text here. I think it was number 45 that had his hands in our face mask of number 51 and drug him to the ground. That's what kind of started the fight. So it may not have been on number 2. He may have just kind of been in there in the end. Been in there in the end, you know.
Got in on it. Got in on the action. Cooper Wilcox, he's going to be back at quarterback now. He takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. He looks it deep to Carter McElhaney. It's a beautiful throw, and it just slips through the hands of McElhaney. It's going to be 4th and about 4 now for the Greenbrier Panthers. They'll probably look to punt here.
Oh, good throw by Cooper. Carter just couldn't come up with it. He did a great job, great effort of getting out there. So it's going to be 4th and 4.
4th and about 4 now for the Panthers. Noah Hogan comes in at quarterback. He'll most likely be out to punt the football. It's going to be a high-flying punt. And another risky fair catch called there, and just a kind of a weird catch. It kind of like he let his chest catch it.
Yeah, it was kind of a short snap. Noah did a great job of getting that ball and getting it off and still got a good punt out of it. Like you said, it was a little risky catch because we had guys all around him. But, it's to their advantage to fair catch it, not let it bounce.
17-7, Vilonia takes over, going back to that empty set. They're going to look to throw. They're going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be a quick pass. It's going to fall incomplete. Jeremy Hardcastle was there to make a tackle if he needed to.
He was there to lay a lick is what he was there to do. He just couldn't come up with the ball.
And whenever your starting quarterback is out, I would only imagine it makes it tough to throw the football properly, and we can really tell that out of Vilonia tonight.
Yeah, we need to get the ball back and put another score on the board.
They're going to go empty again. It's going to be a quarterback keep. He's going to go up the gut this time. He won't get but maybe a yard. A generous 3 yards is what he will get. It's going to be now 3rd and about 7 for the Eagles.
Need a big stop right here. Force them to have to punt.
(17-7), favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. It's an empty set as the visitor side stands are loud. Quarterback's going to try and run, try and throw, try and run. He takes off. He's going to break it free to the left side. He's going to break free. No one to catch him. He's at the 30. He's going to hit the 20. He's going to the 10. It's going to be a Vilonia Eagles touchdown. It's going to be now 13-17. Greenbrier still on top, but an unfortunate play there. No one can put a hand on the quarterback as he takes it to the house.
Yeah, just kind of had a little breakdown in our defense right there. Let him get outside and put the wheels on, and we couldn't catch him.
Offense will really have to find something to get something going here now. Whenever we get the ball back,
I'm telling you, man, we've got to get something going this pass game. I know we've been successful. We've had a couple drops that were big, but the pass is there. When you drop it, that just means that you had a guy open. So let's go back to it. Hey, I want to see us go back to it.
Absolutely.
That just opens up our runs. It makes them get on their heels a little bit, and then that gives Trey and Nick and even Cooper around the ball a little room to work with. Because, they're really flying, like we talked about in the first half and even at halftime. They're flying guys to wherever we're going with the ball when we're running it. They're just sending everybody that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Darren Fedd is at our office back home in Greenbrier. He's letting us know that number 2 was not in the scuffle. He just kind of appeared at the end. So thanks to Darren Fedd, our rules analyst back in our Greenbrier office, as it is now 17-14. The Vilonia Eagles will kick off to the Greenbrier Panthers. Vilonia goes and scores a touchdown on a 3rd down play, and now Greenbrier will have a chance to return the football and then hopefully get something going on the offensive side of things.
Obviously, we need to be careful of the onside, but
it's a deep boot downfield. It's going to go to about the 5, and Thatcher Strack will have it. He's going to bust it out to the left side. He's going to get almost pulled down by his horse collar, but it didn't look quite like it was there.
It was the jersey.
Yeah.
It looks like it, but
it always does.
Yeah, it does.
It's so close. I am glad that I'm not reffing on a Friday night.
Yeah. I umpire a Little League baseball, and then, it's pretty calm for the most part. And these officials that do this on Friday night, they get an earful from both. Typically, it's from both sides.
Yeah, it's both sides. And, I mean, even in a rivalry game, it gets really serious. It's 1st and 10 now. It's going to be handed off to the left side. I think it's Nick Hewitt that ran the ball there. He'll pick up 5 yards. It was Nick Hewitt.
Good first down pickup there by Nick. It's going to bring up, 2nd and 6?
2nd and 6 now for the Panthers. Cooper Wilcox on another handoff to Nick Hewitt. Up the gut again. It'll be 3rd and 4, a long 4 for the Panthers.
Me and Carl were talking about this a little at halftime. you don't want to be in a position where you're throwing it when you have to, because then they're expecting it. And you know, we're kind of in a position right now where we have to. I'd like to see us mix it up a little bit.
3rd and 4. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap, throws it quick out of the right side. Carter McElhaney makes the catch.
Great catch, man.
Move the chains. First down. Good catch from the outside, Carter McElhaney.
Good job by Cooper just to get it to him quickly, and then Carter made a great catch on a low ball, pull it in and get the first down. That was huge talent.
Good play call. They knew it was going to be there, the short ball. They got it done when they needed to.
It's pretty much been there all night. I like it. I like it. I think that we can really gash them on that.
1st and 10 now for the Panthers. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be busted to the right side by Nick Hewitt. He's going to pick up a chunk of yards. It'll be 2nd and about 4 after a 6-yard pickup from Nick the man-child Hewitt.
You know, our running backs have really earned their I guess you say pay. They don't get paid, but they've really earned their
due,
their due, you know, because they have really getting hit by a lot of players. Like I say, Vilonia's done a good job of flying to the football and putting a lot of hats on our guys. Good job by Nick there on that run.
2nd and 4 now for the Panthers. Nick Hewitt's going to bust it up again. He's only going to pick up maybe 3 yards that time. It'll be now a 3rd and 1 as Trey Havens enters back into the game for Nick Hewitt. It's a 3rd and about 2 now for the Panthers. Short yard to gain here.
Wouldn't mind seeing Cooper have the option right here to find somebody or take it himself.
Looks like the right side is a pretty open field over there. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to take it up the middle. He stays on his feet, and he picks up about 10 yards. It's a first down for your Greenbrier Panthers on the back of Cooper Wilcox.
Great run by Cooper. Man, you know, I was just talking about how I'd like to see Cooper get in this play right here, and he did a great job. Good read. Kept it up the middle. You know, Cooper's such a good, you know, athlete. You know, he can throw the ball well, but he can also pick up yards with his feet.
And he's so quick, too, as he takes the snap and hands it off to the left side. Trey Havens tries to spin around, but he's got another Eagle right on top of him there.
You know, and they're bringing everybody. They know, you know, they feel like we're going to run the ball. They're just bringing everybody and just know where to go.
Eventually you'll bring everyone, and then the backfield's going to be completely open.
Mm-hmm.
The clock is ticking down here as there's only 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll bring you the Chef Lynn's quarterly recap. Once the quarter hits 0, Cooper Wilcox has an empty set. There's a flag, and it looks like it's going to be a false start.
Yeah, it looked like we jumped. That's a big penalty on a play, you know, on a drive here where we've gotten a few first downs, and now we're looking at 2nd about, you know, 16 here.
Greenbrier's going to take it to the end of the quarter, it appears. And your end score at the end of this quarter is 17-14. Your Greenbrier Panthers on top by 3 entering the 4th quarter. And we're going to take a tad quick little break, and we'll be right back with the Chef Lynn's quarterly recap.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
We're back with a quick Chef Lynn's quarterly recap. At the end of 3 quarters, Greenbrier is ahead of the Vilonia Eagles, 17-14, with the ball and a chance to hopefully score again. Matt, it's been a good 3 quarters. It's been one that I don't like it being this close, but it does make for an exciting football game. A couple of unsportsmanlikes on each side, as that was probably slightly anticipated.
Oh, yeah, you know, coming into a rivalry game like this, there's going to be a lot of mouthing going on, some real physical play, which we've definitely seen.
Wilcox scoots back. He's going to throw it out to Trey Havens on a screen pass. Trey Havens is going to be tackled out of bounds, but there's a flag in the backfield. Not in the backfield, but the back judge will throw his penalty marker as it looks like Trey Havens was tackled out of bounds about a yard short of the first down. They'll get Greenbrier on a holding call. I think that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, I hate when that back judge on the defensive side of the ball calls a holding. I mean, why if it's a hold, why are they not calling it at the line of scrimmage?
Couldn't agree more. Holding against Greenbrier. It'll be a spot foul, but luckily it was further downfield, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 now. It's still a 2-yard gain we got.
That was a good play, by the way. Great dial up right there on the screen. Great job by Trey to get the ball in the open field and pick up. You know, he picked up a good 10, 11 yards there. Hate to see it all come back.
It's going to be 2nd and about 14 for your Greenbrier Panthers. Trey Havens gets a move to the left. Cooper Wilcox steps back in the pocket, looking deep downfield. He throws it over the middle to J.P. Engelkist. The ball falls incomplete. It's now going to be 3rd and 14 for the Greenbrier Panthers.
Yeah, it just made a good play. You know, J.P. tried to pull it in. Good pass by Cooper. Defender looked like he just got his hand on the ball and kind of knocked it out.
It's going to be 3rd and 14 that Greenbrier faces here. Nothing that the Panthers can't get. Cooper Wilcox, 3-step drop and 3-man rush. He throws it deep to the outside, and it's going to fall incomplete through the hands of Thatcher Strack. It looks like Noah Hogan will come out, and he will most likely be going out to punt the football on 4th and 14.
Another good throw by Cooper right there. We got to come out and be big on defense and get this ball back right here in the 4th quarter.
It's going to be a good snap and a good punt. It's going to bounce on the ground. Oh, he's going to almost touch it. Vilonia will, but it's going to roll to about the 3-yard line.
Good punt.
I will never, and I mean never, understand why, the receiving team will get close to a punt. I mean, at the end of the play there, you saw a guy creeping towards it like he was going to go pick it up with 2 Panthers on top of it. I'm like, man.
It almost hit him.
Do you know the shape of a football? It doesn't roll like a basketball.
Yeah, real quick it can get up in your body.
Yeah, I mean, it will attack you, okay? You get away from the stinking football and let it get downed.
So we got that running quarterback in right here, so let's see what we can do on defense.
It's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be a rush out to the right side. He's going to be brought down quick, maybe even a yard loss. That could be big for the Panthers. 2nd and now 11 as they're going to be closer to that goal line. Greenbrier's got to be big here. Got to get a big stop because you can change the field and have really great field position.
That's right, Talon. That's right. We've got to continue to be big here on defense and force them to have to give us the ball back.
They're going to stick with a heavy running back and hand it up the gut. He won't get much of anywhere. A push forward will get him probably 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 5, maybe 6. 3rd and 6 for the Vilonia Eagles.
Big play right here, Talon. Biggest play of the night up to this point. You know, we've got a 3rd and 6 here on inside their 10-yard line. Opportunity for us to get the ball back late in the game.
Vilonia is going to go with that spread set that they like so much. It's going to be a pass, 3-step drop from the quarterback. He throws it over the middle. Catch is caught at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down for the Vilonia Eagles.
Well, we almost got to him in the end zone. Who is that? That's Nick. Nick almost got him when he was trying to throw the ball there in the end zone. Couldn't quite get there in time, able to get the ball off.
And they're going to stick with the sophomore that throws the football on 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. He's going to drop back in the pocket. He's going to look over the middle. He's going to throw it up in the air. And it looks like there was a double crossing route.
Yeah.
That's not the play that was called. I can guarantee you that. That's the
I
most.
thought we might get a hand, maybe get a chance to get the ball right there.
Well, you see one of the receivers that was running that route is the guy that starts at the quarterback position, so it made me think that he had a little bit of a misunderstanding on which side the play was going to. But I promise you, everything, that's not a play that's designed. You don't have two receivers running at each other like that. They're going to stick with the sophomore quarterback. They're going to throw it quick out to the left side.
That center keeps leaning forward before he snaps the ball.
I did notice that too there, Matt. Last I checked, that's not something that can be done.
No, that is against the rules.
It's 3rd and 5.
Big third down right here, Talon.
Every third down from here on out seems like it's going to be a big deal, Matt. They're going to stick with their sophomore quarterback. They like what they've seen from him, and they're going to have to start throwing the football a little bit more, get him comfortable. It's going to be a quick throw out to the flat. No one's there.
Oh, what a spot. Oh, my word. How did they give him that much yardage on that?
We may have to ask Darren Fett to
check it out. Yeah, he may have
check that one out and let us know if it was the correct spot. As Vilonia sets up for 1st and 10, they're going to pass the ball again. They're going to throw it out to the far right side. It's going to be a good catch out there. I mean, that's their go-to guy. Maybe cover him a little bit better, play some man out there, or put two guys on top of him. He's been the go-to right now.
Yeah. We've got to find a way to get the ball back right here. Love to see us take one away from him. Out of the air.
2nd and 2. It's going to be a handoff up the gut. He's going to break free and hit the left side. He almost loses the football again. It's going to be a 1st down now for the Eagles. They're starting to drive on the Panthers.
Yeah, they are. They're moving the ball.
1st and 10 on the 49-yard line.
This defense needs to bow up right here and get a stop.
They stick with their quarterback. They hand it up the middle again this time. He's going to be brought down quick, and he won't pick up much.
That center is still leaning.
He is.
He's leaning every play. He's leaning.
And now it's something that we're watching.
I just don't see how officials watching, line judges don't see that.
They don't just like, hey, man, just so you know, you're leaning before the play's ever even, before you even snap the football. You can't do that. It's going to be a trips right set. They're going to throw it quick out to the left side. Tanner Collins is going to make a good one-on-one tackle. It'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8 now for the Vilonia Eagles. And, Matt, just like you said earlier, we got another big down.
Another big third down right here. I'm not sure what they were doing right there. They had nobody out there to block. You're expecting that guy to make a
one-on-one play on a cornerback and a linebacker.
Right.
You're throwing it to the short. Maybe they did that to get onto the short side of the field, but then why wouldn't they run it to the short side?
Right.
Vilonia's sophomore quarterback is still back there. He's going to hand it off up the gut this time. J.P. Engelkes makes a missed tackle, but Jeremy Hardcastle there to make the tackle. It looks like it's going to be a 1st down.
That running back's getting up slow, too. That hurt.
Jeremy Hardcastle, another one of the players that can just
he's
lay
a hard hitter.
Good.
So they got another back coming in. They're going to move. They're going to move over to this. They're going to move that receiver over to the back and then put a new receiver in.
And that's the quarterback.
Yeah.
They'll hand it off to him. He's going to run to the right side. Not much of anywhere to go, but he makes something of it. He busts it back up to the left, and he's got a good run. It's going to be 11 yards and a 1st down for the Vilonia Eagles.
Yeah, that was a good run by number 32 there, Bartlett.
The defense has got to step up here and make a few plays.
Yeah, we do.
It's going to be a throw out to the right side into the flat.
I don't know how we didn't get a penalty right there.
I don't either. He got up and he put it in his hand. I didn't do anything. But I was getting up off the top of the Greenbrier player. But my hands are up, so I didn't do it. Didn't do it, Mr. Ref. going to be an A set on this play.
Oh, he
False
moved.
start on the
He
offense. That's going to back them up 5 yards. As I believe that was I think that was Dawson Spencer who showed a little bit of a blitz coming and scared the Vilonia right tackle and backed them up 5 yards. It's going to be now 2nd and about 9 for the Vilonia Eagles.
Big series right here, Talon. We got that penalty helps. It gets them back to 2nd and 8, and we've got to stop them here.
Greenbrier sticking with their sophomore. They're going to hand it off up the middle. This time Greenbrier is going to be there with a host of people.
Yeah, great job by our defense right there to come up and make a play, force this 3rd and 9. They lost a yard there, Talon, so it's going to be 3rd and 9. They're out of field goal. Well, I say they're out of field goal range. It'd be a heck of one. But we've got to stop them right here and force the 4th down.
My game day analyst, DJ Vanaco at Remax Elite Realty, just texted me and said he leans forward only on the run plays.
That's right. He sits back when they're going to pass.
And I think that held true there as they get a reception in the flat, and they're going to run it out to the right side, and they're going to get another big 1st down off of a 3rd down play.
Got to stop them right there. Got to at least make the tackle. They're going to have the ball inside their 10-yard line here in the red zone. See if we can't force a field goal try. Get that ball back with a little time left on the clock. We got to be time managers now.
Got to make a big defensive stop. They're going to have trips left this time, and it's going to be a handoff up the gut. And it's a good tackle by, I believe, Tanner Collins for a gain of nothing. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, good job by the defense right there, not bending there in the red zone.
Second down and goal now for the Eagles as they're on the 8-yard line. 8 yards to go for a touchdown. Greenbrier got to make a big defensive play. Quarterback takes the snap. He drops back in the pocket. They're going to get back there. No holding call. Should have been one.
Are they going to say he caught that ball?
And the pass is complete. 3rd down and goal. You know, oh, man. Matt. I wasn't wrong in that being a holding, was I? I mean, it looked like he grabbed up underneath him on his way back through there.
We just need to stop them right here, Talon. We just need to. They're getting their heavy set in here.
They're going to do the same heavy set that Greenbrier does, a little bit of a copycat formation. They're going to run it out to the right. Greenbrier's going to stuff them at the 1.
It's going to be 4th and 1, Talon.
It'll be 4th and 1. Greenbrier was prepared for it because Greenbrier's offense runs it constantly. You would think if your offense runs it, you kind of know what to do to stop it.
This is a huge play, Talon. That's all you can say about it. It's 4th and 1. They're going to have to call it. Well, I guess they
is going to call a timeout, and we're going to hear from Steak and Shake. You're listening to Greenbrier Football, presented by American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Bank.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Jump pass. We're back in Vilonia, Arkansas. We were talking about what we think they're going to do, and I was thinking jump pass.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to maybe be the outsmarter here, but they may line up and just try to pound it. If it's me, that's what I do. But
1 yard. You've been throwing the football well. You've been running the football well on this drive. You've been getting good calls. They're going to go with their rhino. No, it's not a rhino. Coach St. Grail is skipping out there to call a timeout. They want to talk about the play.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back here in Vilonia, Arkansas, as your Greenbrier Panthers are ahead of the Vilonia Eagles 17-14. Vilonia looked like they were going to try and run the football on that last play. Greenbrier calls a timeout. Then Vilonia calls a timeout. And we got to hear from Steak and Shake twice. And now hopefully we will get a good football play to not have another timeout.
You know, one thing's for sure, Talon, we're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes and probably 45 seconds left, regardless of what happens here.
Big play here in Vilonia, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got your popcorn in that last break because we have a show here. Vilonia lines up. Snap is to the right side. Quarterback keep. He's going to try and run it in. No, he's stuck at the goal line. He's stuck at the goal line. He's stuck at the goal line. Wow. They're going to call him down at the goal line. He does not make it over. Big play by the Greenbrier defense. They're going to turn it around, and Greenbrier's going to get the football. They're going to be stuck on the 1 yard line, but an amazing stop by the defense.
Talon, that was absolutely unbelievable.
What a big defensive stop up front,
He was
man.
at the goal line. All he had to do was just break the plane.
Who made the hit?
Hit him. I didn't see who hit him.
Let's see if any of our people at our home in the Greenbrier offense can get us a spot on who hit him. What a play by the Greenbrier defense coming up big at the biggest moment in the game. Greenbrier is going to teach Vilonia how to run the Rhino set, hopefully, as they send their Rhino set out.
We just need to get this off the goal line.
It looks like Trey Havens is the wild Rhino. They're going to switch it to Nick Hewitt. He's going to take the snap and run to the left. He's got plenty of room. He's going to pick up about 9 yards, and that's going to be able to – no, it won't move the chains, but it'll be a 2nd and 1 now.
Oh, great run by Nick. Oh, good job by the offensive line. Really get some penetration up front, or at least get a push to give this backfield room to move and operate. And Nick, of course, he's just a stud horse, and he just gets through there and picks up 9 and gets us off the goal line. That's huge.
Greenbrier just needs to run the clock down now and secure the football. They're going to make another switch, and it's going to be Nick Hewitt who's going to be the wild Rhino. He's going to take it up the gut. I think he's going to get more than enough for a first down. They're going to move the chains, and that's huge for the Greenbrier Panthers because the Vilonia Eagles only have one timeout left. Oh, man, how much does it hurt calling that timeout earlier on the goal line for Vilonia now?
They just called one.
Vilonia will take a timeout.
That's going to be their last one.
We're going to hear from Steak and Shake now. We'll be right back.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back in Vilonia, Arkansas. Thank you all for joining us here. We are in the middle of an intense battle between the Greenbrier Panthers and the Vilonia Eagles, a game that is relished all year long, and I'm so thankful it's at the end of the season. It always means something to both of these teams, and this year it means it's playoff seeding.
We're going to get a flag right there, Talon. Over on that far side, I can't see very well. Looks like it's against us. Right now we just need to hold on to the football and keep the clock moving.
Hold on to the football, keep the clock moving. That's a recipe for a victory right now here in Vilonia, Arkansas. Two minutes now for the Panthers. Trey Havens is going to be the wild rhino. He's going to bust it up and try and bust it back to the left, but not much of anywhere to go. It's going to be now 2nd and it looks 13 for the Panthers. I'd like to see us take our regular offense back in there. I mean, they probably know we're going to continue to run the football, but there are a couple of more plays that we have out of that offense.
Yeah, you know, right now we just need out on the football.
It's now going to be 2nd and about 13 for the Panthers. Cooper Wilcox is now back at quarterback, the end of the game manager. He's going to hand it off to the left side. Decent running room out there as Trey Havens will pick up 3 yards. And it is now 3rd and 11 with 1 minute left to play and 25 seconds left to be able to run off of the play clock. That's going to leave Greenbrier with about, roughly 30 seconds left. I think Vilonia may have another opportunity. I mean,
as long as you, there's a 35-second clock. Yeah, there's nothing they can do right here.
Cooper Wilcox takes the snap, and it's blown up by Vilonia. They send a man on the outside. I don't know if it'll help much.
That's ball game.
Ball game. The Greenbrier Panthers will win the football game as the clock will now go down to 0. Greenbrier has won this football game, and the Vilonia Eagles will be sent home with a loss in the number 4 seed in the playoffs. Your Greenbrier Panthers secure the 3 seed as the two teams will shake hands at midfield. A great way to end the night on a high level of sportsmanship. What an exciting night we had here tonight,
Yeah,
Matt.
Talon, great. I love it, man. I love seeing these kids out there. So much rivalry here, but they're just really showing class right now, going out there, hugging on each other. You know, hats off to the Vilonia Eagles. I mean, you talk about a hard fought football game, and love to see these kids.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of uncertainties at quarterback for Vilonia all night. They played a heck of a season, a heck of a game tonight. You know, Greenbrier scored those 14 points in the first quarter, thanks to Chef Lynn's. We know this, and then they scored 3 in the second quarter, and Greenbrier didn't score a single point after that, and that seemed to really be the end of it. What a big victory for your Greenbrier Panthers. They secure the 3 seed in the playoffs. Hopefully we know what that looks like as soon as maybe tomorrow or even Sunday. Greenbrier will take home the Judges Cup for the 12th time in the last 20 years.
Man, Talon, awesome to come down here to their place after coming down here last year and losing one. Come down here, beat a really good Vilonia football team to take that 3 seed. To take the Judges Cup back to Greenbrier.
Where it belongs.
Super proud of this group of young men.
Absolutely, and you know, that Judges Cup belongs in Greenbrier, Arkansas.
And, Stuart Wilcox over here is just outside the booth. He's kind of tuning me in on some things here. One thing he made a point, that's that we went 4-0 this week. Greenbrier, we won the 7th grade, the 8th grade, the 9th grade, and then tonight won the high school game. So great job by the great week for the Panther football program.
Absolutely, especially against the Vilonia Eagles. There's no team that you'd rather beat than the Vilonia Eagles at the end of the season. What a hard-fought season for the Greenbrier Panthers, ending on such a great note. We're going to hit the playoffs next week. No idea what that looks like.
No, we don't have a clue.
But we'll figure it out, right?
Oh, yes. I bet they let us know before Friday.
Just as long as I don't have to go back to Magnolia, Arkansas. I mean, Monticello, Arkansas.
Well, you don't have to
they're
worry
in a
about
different
that.
conference, so you're right. I don't have to worry about that. Greenbrier wins. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us here on the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't. You have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Twinkie Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn, Greenbrier Pharmacy, DJ Vanaco, Remax Elite, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Conway, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
We're back here in Vilonia, Arkansas, as your Greenbrier Panthers seal a victory against the Vilonia Eagles, 17-14. Thank you, Chef Lynn's, for providing us with our final recap tonight. It was 17-14 in favor of the Greenbrier Panthers. What an exciting night it was tonight. A lot of great sportsmanship from both sides at the end of the game there. There were some rough times during the game, but at the end of the game, it was really exciting and just a really good game.
Oh, it was amazing talent. I mean, you couldn't have asked. I mean, obviously you would have come up here as a Panther and just beat the brakes off of them, but, you know, what a special way to win.
Yeah. And after such a tough season, you come into the season, you don't even know if you're going to play the next game. You have no certainties of next week, and that rings so true in this time of COVID, in this season of just so much that has been going on. And what an exciting way to wrap up the regular season and move on to the playoffs next week.
It is, Talon, and you know, I can't say enough about the sportsmanship that Vilonia showed at the end of the game. That was real classy of them to you know, shake hands, hug players, and I appreciate that. Same with our boys. You know, this is a big game for them too, and the good thing for them is they're still going to be in the playoffs. As a 4 seed. So
and it's a good 4 seed too. I mean, that's a good Vilonia Eagles football team, really.
Yeah. You know, that last week they had a real good game with Morton, and almost came out with a win there. And then of course they almost get one here on us tonight. Fortunately, we were able to stop them. You know, I've heard a couple of people.
DJ Vanaco is one of my favorite people that texts me in the middle of the game, and he said he had a funny joke to say, but you know, he also said that Greenbrier is undefeated ever since he became a sponsor. So that's something that's kind of interesting to think about.
Yeah, Yeah, we hadn't lost since he became a sponsor, huh?
DJ Vanaco over at Remax Elite calling for all of your realty needs. But, Matt, let's go ahead and get into this post-game show. And, man, you know, I want to start out. What a season it's been. Greenbrier's fought every single game they've played in. Greenbrier comes out 3 turnovers at the beginning of the game there.
That's the difference in the football game, Talon.
Yeah, absolutely, because we score off those 2 turnovers. We score 14 points,
we scored
which ended up being
of 3 of them. We scored 17 off of all 3.
That's right. I mean, that was where all of our points came from. We scored all those points in the first half and then none in the second half, but it was still enough to secure a victory over the Vilonia Eagles.
Yeah, and, you know, great job by this defense. You know, they especially that last drive, you know, it looked like, man, we just can't stop them. We get real close. We get 3rd down. Then they do something to bust one. And sorry, I had to take a drink of water there. But they get the ball all the way to the 1-yard line. And then on 4th and 1 with less than a minute left. No, it wasn't a minute. No, there was still a couple minutes. Because we got the ball back. But, you know, 2 minutes left. Their last opportunity, pretty much. And they have the ball. Their running back has the ball. I'm talking at the goal line. And our defense comes up and makes a play. I've heard a few different names. The last I heard was they thought maybe it was J.P. Engelkis.
We've heard so many different names. I mean, I got text that it was Jeremy Hardcastle. There was Hayden Simpson, J.P. Engelkis now. But doesn't that speak to our defense? We have so many key players on that defense that stepped up.
It also tells you that there were more guys there than that player, obviously, because even though the initial hit was right there by whoever that was, we had a host of Panthers come in to force them out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I mean, it can't come down any closer than that.
No, it was like he was in sniffing distance of the end zone. He could smell it.
Oh, unbelievable ending to an unbelievable football game, to the end of a great regular season. So excited about what we're going to have coming forward in the playoffs. Excited to see who we're going to play. You know, like you said earlier, right now we don't have any idea. You know, it could be a 7. It's going to probably be a 6 or 7 seed because
the south.
The 4 will probably play the 5. So it'll be a 6 or 7 or however they figure that. And I've heard different things from their
something about play-in games.
Yeah.
And
I think that's what they're calling the play-in games.
Okay.
But I think that you know, I've heard them talk about they're going to take all those lower seeded teams, and it won't be a conference versus conference. They're going to basically draw to see who's going where. So we could play somebody in Northeast Arkansas, Southeast Arkansas, Central, you know, anywhere. It's not necessarily going to be that that typical Central Conference. And that's just what I've been told. That could be completely wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing is, like, we have absolutely no clue what's going to happen with this playoff scenario. But the one thing that we do know is that Greenbrier secured a 3 seed tonight with a win over Vilonia of 17-14. And our very own Clint McJunkins is going to give us the player of the game. Clint, take it away for us. Who's our player of the game, Clint?
A player to be named.
A player to be named because we really thought it was something special, whoever made that big play down there on the goal line. Next week, we will bring that to you, all of you at home. What a great week. Greenbrier gets it done. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. It wasn't that much of a fun game for some of the people in the stands.
Is that because there weren't a lot of points scored, Mr. McJunkins?
Was it the penalties?
Yeah, it was the penalties. No one was very pleased at all.
But hey, we came out on top, didn't we?
Yeah, but we could still win the game. Yeah,
we did win the game.
Yeah.
Clint, you get to move on next season to basketball now, and you get to be a little dribbler. JB and I are excited about covering you as a little dribbler next year.
He's also playing Pee Wee ball, so we'll get some Pee Wee basketball action too.
And Sean Mathis, our wonderful director, producer man, is excited after a huge win over the Vilonia Eagles.
He's jumping up in front of the press box so we can see his face. Oh, everybody, let me tell you, I know you're probably at home thinking, what are these guys doing? But there's so much excitement here right now. And I know you guys can hear it and can imagine what it's like with this home crowd here on the visitor side and the players on the sidelines. Everybody's just so fired up.
And we get to get a little inside look at our Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network crew. This is Clint McJunkins, Junk Vegas, Talon Newton here, and our wonderful
Come here, JB.
Guy on the board, producer. It's JB Brazil. That is the voice of the volleyball Greenbrier Panthers right there. Next season, he will be the voice of the basketball team as we move into our next season after this one. This one's not quite over yet. We still have playoff games for you. We're really excited, but we're about to wrap it up here in Vilonia, Arkansas, get our butts back home to Greenbrier. What an exciting night again.
Clint's over here doing the floss.
And it's a good one to end on. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you all for joining us on the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. I'm Talon Newton. Alongside me, Matt McJunkins. Y'all have a safe weekend, and what a way to end it for the Greenbrier Panthers.
Go Panthers.